Hey now, hey now, hey now, hey now, hey now, hey now. We should be back now, as you're seeing. No, not late. I'm right on time, right on time. Did you see the thumbnail? Minecraft-style thumbnail? We're back, we're back, we're back. Big ups everybody for chilling. I'm going to play a quick song here before we get going here. Give me a little second to freshen up. Adjust everything, if you know what I'm saying. Let's go for a classic, huh? Let's go for a classic. How about this one that you haven't heard enough? One of my favorites here in the house here. And we should be ready to go. Taylor Swift, anything you want to say about DSP real quick? Oh, come on. This is not... Come on. No. Don't do that again, please. Here we go. Real quick, back in a second.
I got the paper right here. All my expenses written on it. Right here. No more defenses. Because I wish I could have folded it. The people won't believe you. Talk about disingenuous. Won't let me prove what he's saying is true. I want to show them. It's too hard to expose. There's like 2 accounts that are personal accounts. They cannot be disclosed. I have to fold it 400 times. They think they really got me. I can't show you my bank account because this shit's origami.
Make it make sense.
I'm being honest.
I don't buy it.
I'm being honest. There's writing off this paper. Proving my behavior. They asked me about 5,000. I can't explain what's considered business expenses. It's a complicated game. A pull of my expenses. I wrote everything by hand. It's literally still at my fucking desk, you idiot. Let's see what I spent. Hulu, phone bill, my monthly condo dues, attorneys, mortgage, taxes, premium. YouTube. Garbage, water, car payment, Amazon, Comcast, health insurance, medical payments, electric, game pass.
Make it make sense.
I'm being honest.
I don't buy it.
I'm being honest. There's writing off this paper. Proving my behavior.
So it's very clear you're hiding something, and people are making really good points that you're probably scared you're going to get in trouble.
WPIG 1651 215 Eastern Standard on the dial. I want to remind everyone we have 2 tickets to the Reach Around available now to the second caller right now. Opening the phone lines here. Remember, this is a all expenses paid Reach Around. Grab your seat, and it should be a very good time. That'll be taking place on May 1st, actually, as is customary in the circle jerking DSP community. That should be a lot of fun, and I hope you get in there on the calls. That will be second caller here. Anyways, big ups, everybody. I do want to play here before we get started today. Well, whenever he starts. The slideshow has not started yet. Let me check. Oh, yes, it has started. So we have slideshow. We have confirmed slideshow. But this is interesting. Cerulean86 found this. And yesterday, before the stream, there was a donation from someone called Kingdom Hearts Fan, a super chat that was for $5. And, just think nothing of it, whatever. It's a normal thing. But later that very same day, or this morning, I'm not sure which, but after that, this person did a stream. And they talked about their situation here. And I found this very, very interesting. Here we go. So first up, there's some DSP talk, and then we'll get to it.
On the YouTube side, there was a super sticker before I started from Kingdom Hearts Fan.
That's him.
Kingdom Hearts Fan did a $5 super sticker.
Fluctuating miasma.
So let's get that up on the leaderboard as our first super chat / super sticker of the day. Shit. 2 hours. I received a $20 tip from Kingdom Hearts Fan. He says, "Have a good day, bros." Thank you, Kingdom Hearts Fan, for a $20 tip here at the end of our session. So, I mean, here's the deal. All right, let's be very honest and transparent. The attendance tonight was awful. Everyone left. Like, I'm not lying. Everyone left. We have like 150 people on the YouTube side. How many people were watching on the Kick side? I'm just curious. 40. So this is record low attendance for this game.
Yes.
Okay? Record low. engagement. Can I be honest? People weren't very engaged. People weren't really paying attention. Or if they were just listening in and weren't interacting at all.
Yeah.
They were just listening to me play and investigate and do the narrative stuff, right? Support was phenomenal. But let's be honest, the support was phenomenal.
Yeah.
Because we got one ginormous tip.
This was that last night. This one. Okay, so they're kind of out of order here. Okay, so this one is from yesterday. The first one's from yesterday. This one is from the week before when he played this game. Okay, so just showing how Kingdom Hearts fan has definitely tipped before.
Engagement. Can I be honest? People weren't very engaged. People weren't really paying attention. Or if they were just listening in and weren't interacting at all. They were just listening to me play and investigate and do the narrative stuff, right?
Okay, you got
with
the
the
point.
audience. Okay, but so I'm just curious.
Yeah.
Like, what should I do? Should I continue to play this? Should I not? Because here's the deal. If people come, even if it's a small group of people come,
So this
and
is
they
him.
like the game and they're going to hang out and they're going to support it, at least I can justify keep playing it. But man, outside of that, the engagement was dead. No one was talking tonight at all. It was as if I was playing this game by myself. Okay? This could be one of the cases of a game that's a good game. It's a great narrative. It's unique, but it's just not for a stream.
Okay, so here's the stream.
I'll pay that tomorrow. Like, it's only 46, but I might pay like so.
This is the stream from today or yesterday, or is it today? Be awesome one.
So now I only got like 1,800 dead, which is way better compared to a few weeks ago.
Yep.
It used to be like really crazy though.
It's not. I did not add that. That was Cerulean 86 adding that because the game music was very loud. It was hard to hear what he said. He told me. So let's hear that one more time.
So now I only got like 1,800 dead, which is way better compared to a few weeks ago.
So we're $1,000-something in debt, which is way better than compared to a few weeks ago.
It used to be like really crazy though.
See, what was that? It sounds like he said DSP there, but I'm not sure. It said something like... I couldn't get the last part. It sounded like DSP really priced me out or something. I couldn't get it. Oh, Twitter, let me do where I want to go. I gotta start again.
On the YouTube side, there was a super
my cat
sticker.
My cat
before
was
I
laying on
started.
the my cat was laying on the space bar. It's all right, you can lay there, but I gotta
On
move.
the
Hold on.
YouTube.
Here, now I can scroll.
It used to be like really crazy though.
DSP really priced me out? I think priced me out, but that doesn't make sense either. But big ups to Be Awesome One, who said, where are you? Here you go. Stevie streamed today, and I asked him why he tipped when he is broke. He responded by saying, I wanted to be nice, ending the stream, deleting a VOD, and setting chat to 5-day subs. All right. I mean, it's easy to say that you can't control your audience, and you really can't. You really can't, you can't control your audience. But, I mean, you can't change the fact that this is some portion of the audience, right? And other people can point that out, as we all are now. That clearly this is not even the first instance of this. That begging works. Yeah, it's a Nocturnal. This is a confirmed person that donated to him twice in the last 2 weeks. And he just admitted there he's $1,600 in debt, which is a lot better than it used to be, he said. So, I mean, at the very least, the factual observation is people that are vulnerable and will donate even if it's not in their best interests, right? And I mean, extremely negative best interest. I mean, it's just extremely negative situation. Not like, wow, he shouldn't donate. He shouldn't donate ever if you're in that much debt, right? But DSP's tactics work on those that are of interesting mental states. And as you can see, I'm not. And Strider says zero fucking sympathy. I feel the same. I'm not asking for anyone to have any sympathy for anyone, right here. But I'm just saying the fact of the matter is that You could say begging doesn't affect anyone, but it really fucking does because it affects stupid people.
Burger King.
Right? And stupid people aren't smart enough to not make those choices. So begging hurts people. As much as we just heard DSP for 2 hours talk about how much Mr. Beast hurts people by sharing charity and having expensive chocolate, begging also hurts people, right? Stevie also doxed his ex-girlfriend, so fuck him. Well, yeah, let's add to that. More reason to hate him. I'll take that. Fuck him! Oh, Paca Pasiti says, I'm in debt, I'm doing my part. Thank you, Paca Pasiti. Thank you. I'll tell Chew on you. Then you're going to be in trouble. Hope that's a J in there. But, you know, there's a reason why, not just your own self-respect, why begging is bad, right? Because it's, you know, you're demeaning yourself when you beg for money, right? That's the first part of why begging is bad, is because, you know, it's demeaning, especially when you don't need it. That's what I mean, right? People in the corner that really do need it, of which I know not everyone on the corner really does need it, but I'm just saying, like, if you really need it and there's no other option for you, let's say begging, it's understandable, right? But when you don't need it and then you choose to do that as a way to get money, that's not only bad for demeaning to you, but it definitely affects people that don't have the self-control to make the right choices for themselves, like this Stevie Gamer dude. That's why people call out e-beggars all the fucking time, because it's bad. BR Joe says, no one is harmed when Dave streams, right, guys? Yep, he didn't harm anybody, right? He did not harm anybody. No one is harmed. Silas Sama says, rating the stink today between 1 to 10 dude wipes. We're going to go with a solid 2 dude wipe day so far. It's not that hot in here. I got the fan rolling. We are not that bad right now today. We're living large. Feeling good. We do have a good morning all, and then we added this, and that is all that we have so far. Last night we did hit the goal because of a large tip again, because of people want to support that one fucking game, whatever it is. Like, someone just made sure we hit the goal from that game. And yesterday, if you don't remember, was a $1,000 day. Thanks to It's a Me Ken, who donated 140 subs. Someone that has donated before, by the way. Disco Elysium, yeah, thank you. Someone donated enough to make sure we hit the goal on that one with 150 or something. But yeah, It's a Me Ken donated 140 subs on just in the pre-stream yesterday, and got him to an amazing high amount. Then Squirt Rocks did a lot of subs as well, and that was it, right? So it was like 800 or something from just 2 people, and then he got to 1,000 from other people. So we're gonna see how he acts today. Well, you just know he's gonna be back to his normal ways. Don't worry about that. But it's how far we get there. Now, Ken has been a donator before. He wailed the fuck out during the last marathon when there was a drinking involved. He donated to make sure he took like 4 shots or something. I can't remember. But we are going to repeat the exact same thing about Nintendo today, because yesterday worked so well that we got to keep that going, right? So that's what we're going to do. I'm guessing here today. So remember, Philip was very mild about the pricing, but I'm guessing since the internet kind of has picked up the heat about the pricing, it seems that's the narrative. Everyone's like that's the hot topic, let's say. You know what I mean? So I'm guessing he's going to be a little bit more angry about the pricing today, even though, don't fucking forget, he wasn't that angry yesterday. He's going to be, I saw Angry Joe made a video about it. A lot of people are doing it. And we're going to be, all the Twitter opinions are out worth us today. So, yes, and also we have to mention who's going to be the Smart Guys a host, right? We have to know who's going to be the Smart Guys host. So, and what he's going to do is, yeah, you're right, Mr. Extravagant. He's going to say, everyone agreed with him. Everyone said, I told you, no one's going to like this pricing. And it's okay to not like pricing, and I don't like the pricing, but, you know, that's just what Nintendo fucking does. Are we shocked by this? The amount of money for the physical is insane, right? $90 if you want physical. That's insane. But that's the thing. They know they're gonna get it. So, they know they're gonna get it. They know they're gonna fucking get it. So that's the thing. And the show is starting now. Yeah, if that's the best solution if you think it's too much money is to do not buy it. That is your best defense. No, it's 80 for digital, 90 for physical for Mario Kart 8 and some games, right? Other games are $10 cheaper. So like this, I think Donkey Kong is like 70 for digital, 80 for the real physical. So that's a good point. Like if Mario Kart had said DLCs is included in that would go a long way. I bet to make people feel better about it. But we'll see. I'm sure they won't though. I'm sure they will not. I always thought that Mario Kart DLC was like fairly priced, honestly, from the last generation. Because it just, you get a lot of fucking stuff for that. But we'll see how this goes. When your game costs 80, it's a little different.
Good morning, everyone. On today's show, we got a lot to talk about because yesterday was an insanely positive, unprecedented day for support. Can you believe
that's the content?
That we are within only a few goals of hitting 100 goals and a big celebration. We need to talk about that today because we are basically getting towards it so fast, we're not ready yet. Plus, today is day 2
we're not ready
of the
yet.
Switch 2 coverage extravaganza. We've got more information on things such as pricing and availability. The entire internet is abuzz. The gaming community is hyped and appalled. So we will talk all about that and more on today's awesome episode of the Level 1 podcast.
So we're pretending we didn't know the pricing now, but Tony T said, I bet all that money is gone. No vacation. Oh, no. That money's already out the door. Remember, more money to DSP does not add any benefit to his life in any way because of his addiction. So his life is not improved once he gets a big bomb of money like that outside of the dopamine hit when he first gets it. The pulls are $100, so that goes pretty fucking fast, man. If you're pulling, it's $100 a pull. It goes fast.
Alrighty, everybody. Welcome to the show. It is Thursday, the 3rd of April, 2025. I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm getting too excited for my upcoming birthday event this Sunday. It's what it is. I just want it to be my birthday, so I'm trying to skip ahead, but we're not there yet. We have several days of great content before we get there. I hope you're all doing well. I'm doing good. Man, yesterday was crazy. First of all, we had the big Nintendo Direct blowout of information about the Switch 2. There was a lot of good and a lot of bad to cover, and I did fully on yesterday's show. So if you missed any of that, I hope that you'll give it a look. It was 2 hours of Nintendo Switch 2 coverage. Now, I did make a highlight of that last night that I released around 12:30 a.m. Pacific time here on the channel. And the highlight covers the 3 big problems with the Switch 2 right now that Nintendo needs to address and or tackle, or else deal with negative blowback, which is actually what's happening right now. Is the internet is pretty critical of this whole Switch 2 launch announcement, which is weird because usually you get this insane, over-the-top, almost fanboyish, cultish mentality for anything Nintendo. I'm not saying that hasn't happened because there definitely are those circles.
That's pretty much always been the case, but okay.
But the common gamer seems to be very skeptical of the Switch 2 at this point, and that's kind of interesting. So I made a video about it last night. That video has only been out for about 10 hours right now, maybe 11, and it's got great views. I want to say it's like over 1,500 views. Actually, why do I do this? I click over on this. I'm literally staring at my computer right here.
1,500 views
on this computer.
Let's see the comments.
It has 1,500 views and climbing. So That's pretty darn good for a highlight video for me. If you haven't seen it yet, I made it the featured video on DSP Gaming.
Pretty darn good.
It's only around 11 minutes long. I recommend you give it a look. It's basically the issues that people are talking about right now with the Switch 2. Pretty interesting. But
That's not true. I don't think he even brought up pricing in those three things. I don't think so. Let me check. I think his three things were the fucking oh yeah, chat. I'll fix it. The three issues he had was innovation. No one's talking about that. Who the fuck is bringing up the innovation thing?
After that, we had one of the craziest, most supported streaming days I've ever had outside of a marathon. And the reason I say that is, historically when I do marathons,
yeah,
they end up doing.
It's about the memory. It's about the innovation. And what was the other one? That was his three gripes. No one's talking about those gripes, by the way. No one. Everyone's talking about the fucking price. What was the third one? The $80 price tag, was that it? Though it might be. Oh, the magnet, was that it?
Doing, pretty well with support. And there's been some marathons where people have come in and just dropped like a monster tip, like $1,000
Oh, the
and
games,
stuff like that.
games, yeah.
Yeah, marathons typically are the best support events for me. But for like a normal streaming day, yesterday was absolutely insane. Just let me put this into perspective.
Please.
Okay?
Let's talk about how much money I made yesterday.
Yesterday, we started at 85 out of 90 goals. And I said to everyone, hey, guys, I hope that we hit some goals today because I would like to do the Minecraft meals from McDonald's by the end of this week. They have just released, and it'd be really cool, to do those by the end of the week. Yesterday, we ended, at the end of the day, at 93 goals. I want you to think about that. We started at 85. We ended at 90 freaking 3. That's insanity. Never before, like I said, have we actually had a day that had that level of support. Now, I'm certainly not expecting that level of support on a regular basis. That's wildly insane, over the top, monstrously exceeding any kind of expectations or even dreams that I would think of for a normal day. It was a combination of one particular person gifting over 100 subs on Kick, but because of that generosity, it prompted others to contribute.
Yeah.
We had more than 2 other people who gifted a ton of subs on Kick. Then we have people...
More than 2 others? We have to make sure you don't think it's just one person here. There was more than 2 others. So you mean 3 then? And I can tell you right now, no one other than It's-A-Me, Ken, and Squirt Rocks gave him more than 5 goals. So.
Who were tipping. And
more than 5 subs. So I don't think he's telling the truth here.
Super chatting. And this is what I've been saying. It's kind of a positive movement. When one person starts it, it continues. That's kind of how it happens. So it's called momentum, right? And that's a good thing, momentum. Getting people excited and hyped. People wanted to see the Minecraft meal. People wanted to see me exceed my goals, especially after, the last couple of weeks, what I've been through with the toxic negativity on the internet. People, I think, just wanted to see me have a win, being that I am attempting to persevere through all this nonsensical drama, this vortex that swims around me, and I'm not part of.
Right.
I'm literally at the eye of a storm.
That's definitely it.
And all these people circle around me trying to create drama that I just refuse to engage in.
You mean you mean the people you snaked in the DMs? Those people? Or I'm not sure about that. I thought you snaked them in the DMs. I'm confused. It's getting confusing.
Yeah, some people certainly pooped their diapers yesterday, if you know what I'm saying. When this happened, they couldn't take
Making fun of Jenna now? I will not stand for this.
it. They lost their minds, and they just tried to cope and make all kinds of excuses for it, even though it's completely ridiculous. Obviously, people like positive content. They want to be here to hang out with me. They want to enjoy games. They want to enjoy gaming news, chill podcasting, and stuff that is done without harming others. No bullying, no defamation or slander, no attacking, no schoolyard bullshit antics. Instead, just meaningful content. Some people don't understand what that means in 2025. Well, now you do. It's what I make and what people support.
Okay.
So there you go.
This is the model you want to emulate, honestly. Definitely. Scoot Towalker says, DSP fits the bite model of authoritarian control. He's built a cult full of struggling people. I 100% empathize with his victims and hope they get out. Interesting. I don't know about the bite model of authoritarian control, but it is true. He keeps people. The only people that stay around are the ones that are susceptible to his methods. That's for fucking sure. Big up, Scoot. Boat Knight says, I bet the 100 celebration will need money support too. Oh yeah, that's the fun part. That's the fun part, Boat Knight. It's another opportunity to give me more. And Logan K says, 1,000 views on a 200K sub channel is 0.5 attach rate. From a business standpoint, it means your brand is dead. Only he would celebrate that. You're right about that. It's sad numbers anywhere. Well, it's sad numbers for him, but he has to appear to be winning. That's why, notice he said, it was like more than 2 people, guys. He can't let you think there's a negative aspect to this, which is if that one dude didn't show up yesterday, it was a normal fucking day, right? We can't say that, though, so we have to... All this propaganda that works with the struggling people that have, you know, are fans of his still, for whatever reason.
So, great day yesterday, obviously. Both streams, by the way. You know, the first stream, a lot of this took place right on the podcast, and then it continued into the gameplay portion of Atomfall, and then last night for Disco Elysium. Again, another stream that massively exceeded anything that I expected. I was just hoping that we get some support for it, and we made almost $300 on the stream. I'm like, holy crap. So, pretty darn awesome, and I'm very excited. I am very excited for the future. I hope
keep
that
going,
obviously we can continue positivity, but I'm certainly not thinking that we're going to get that level of support every stream.
Okay.
That being said, we are now in a weird position. We went from every stream. That being said,
he saw the stretch. Look, see the buttons? He sees this now and tries to fix it. Okay, watch. Here comes the adjustment because the buttons are screaming and he knows it. Here we go.
Said, we are now in a weird position. We went from 85 to 93. All right, we got today and tomorrow for streaming days. I'm off on Saturday. Sunday is my big birthday marathon event. It's my actual birthday. A big marathon that I'm doing here on the channel.
Well, that sounds fun.
We're going to be playing Minecraft for the first time in many years. I'll be building a Minecraft Lego set live. I'll be drinking per levels of support. You know, every $100 that I raise, I'm going to take a shot of your choice. I got to get some moonshine this Saturday per your request. I'm going to get moonshine and try it for the first time on Sunday, which will be cool. But in addition to that, there's going to be food that my wife's going to be making. And we actually started talking about what kind of food she's going to make that I'll be eating live during the show. That'll be fun. It's like a birthday meal that she's going to make for me. But in addition to that, now we're going to be trying this Schedule 1 game that I guess has gone viral on Steam. And people are saying it's...
All right, so I see someone's bought the coloring book and posted a picture, and I know Street Panda won't mind. This is from the coloring book. Yeah, Indrid posted this. That's the kind of stuff you can expect on the coloring book. It's very X-rated.
Really fun and interesting.
I got distracted.
People playing it, so we're going to try that. And then if we have any extra time, hey, we do whatever, right? We could literally do whatever you guys want. We can hang out, we can just chill, we can play some games, multiplayer games, whatever. You know, it's I'm down for it. So pretty excited for sure for Sunday's event. But here's the thing. We got today and tomorrow and Sunday. Likely between those 3 days, let's be honest, we're probably going to get to 100 goals.
Let's be honest. Why?
Now, the question is, what do we want to do?
Let's be honest.
When we hit 100 goals.
That's a wild thing to say.
We really have to think about it seriously now.
Let's be honest, guys.
What is it that we're going to do? Because here's the thing. We're doing a marathon on Sunday already. So maybe it's not a marathon. Maybe it's something different. Do we just do another DSP tries it? Do we brainstorm something bigger or better, but maybe we push it off for a week or two? Because that way we don't have 2 back-to-back marathons. Because here's the thing. I think that Sunday's marathon will go well. It's my birthday. It's on a Sunday, so it's a weekend. It's going to go well. But if I do another marathon in a couple of days, you're going to have less attendance, less engagement, less support. People aren't going to like it as much because we just did one.
At the same time?
Marathons are good because they're special, and we do them, you know, like once a month. Like we did the Mega Man Marathon in January. We did the Viewer's Choice in February, and we just did the 5 Nights at Freddy's in March. So the birthday marathon makes sense to do in April. You don't want to see 2 marathons back to back, right?
You could do it at the same time, or... we can't miss out on this extra money.
Is, what do we do? I'm open to suggestions. I want to know what you guys would be interested in.
Yes.
If I hit 100 goals, not if, but when I hit 100 goals. And if it's just not a marathon, then what exactly would it be? Right? Like, what would it be that we do for it? I don't know. Let's think about it. Let's talk about it. Let's figure this out together. And I'm willing, if you remember, there was different things we done. One day we did a Lego night once, right? That was fun. So, different things. Thing is, Legos are...
ALT Companion in YouTube chat says, inflate yourself, please. Well, that'd be a good one. Inflation streams
are coming up. We're doing Legos on Sunday.
Yes,
and
honestly, yes.
Are you ready for this? I have an update for all of you, okay?
Oh my God, it's an update. New Legos? What's your guess? What could this be? What could this be? Is it... I'm guessing more Legos? I don't know what else it could be. It has to be a different Lego, right? Oh, alcohol. JFX might be right. It can't be RGBs.
So I went ahead and I got our next Lego project for when we're actually going to do Lego nights. Not just the special Lego event we're doing for my birthday, but for when Lego nights come back into the schedule.
I was right. W.
Per our discussions on this show, I have purchased the Piranha Plant Super Mario Lego set. It is really cool. Like, I can't wait to build this thing. It looks neat. It's good quality. Apparently, it even has some customizations available, which I didn't even know.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
I don't know if it necessarily needs to have the green pipe because it shows some
I'm
other
checking how
colors.
much it
There's
costs
a
right
flower
now.
pot and other stuff.
Yeesh.
So, pretty cool. I'm excited to build it.
What's your guess on the price? Tony T says 50 is the first guess. I mean, you can tell by my excitement that it's more than I expected, so it's kind of a fucked poll. $62. Damn. Nice. Fictitious says he's already setting himself up for failure by trying to milk so hard back to back. Yes, that's all we do. And he's telling the audience that's what we're doing. He's saying that's what we're doing exactly. Guys, I don't want to milk you too fucking hard, but come on.
This with you guys coming up. We're not going to do it right away simply because we're already doing the Minecraft Lego.
What?
But how cool would this be? Simply because we're already doing the Minecraft Lego.
Minecraft. Don't we love Minecraft? We've gotten one, Peter Littleton. We have done one so far.
How cool would this be in my background, right? This would be something really cool to put into the background for the set.
Oh, God.
So that's coming up.
Make this whole thing pop.
And I'm definitely excited for that, okay? That's true. Soggy says, hey, good time for this with the Switch 2 and everything going on. You're right. Like, perfect timing for that.
Nailed it, Asagi.
Right?
Good association there.
So,
good job.
what we need to figure out is this 100 goals thing. We really have to start talking about it because we could hit it soon. We could hit it. I'm thinking we may even hit it on Sunday. Like, during the marathon, we may hit it. So, what should it be? And honestly, if we're going to do another marathon, the way I see it, is we should do it in a week after the birthday marathon, but I don't know how well that would work. Two marathons in such close proximity.
Yes.
Okay, so maybe we don't do 2 marathons, but then what do? We got to start talking. What do you guys think, right? Oh, yes, Usagi says, I've noticed, I love seeing these McDonald's figurines in the background. You probably can't see them because they don't stand out that well.
Yeah.
Here they are. So from the Minecraft meals that I got yesterday, we've got the zombie Hamburglar, which I actually like. It's a zombie from Minecraft, but it's dressed like the Hamburglar. Okay, I do like that figure. And then we've got the Grimace Egg, which I call the Grimace Turd because it looks...
See, it's not an egg. It's supposed to be a slime, I believe.
It's like the poop emoji with the Grimace's face on it. Don't ask me why that's supposed to be something...
It's trying to be a slime.
Cool. I think this is cool.
No,
this is
slime.
Stupid. Okay, but those are the two collectibles that I got with the adult...
Oh, it's Ender Dragon Egg? Oh my God, look at me.
Meals that I got from McDonald's yesterday. Okay?
Been out of the game too long. I was there at the beginning. I was there before there was the Nether. How many of you can say that? I was there before there was any dragons to speak of. Before you had this magical red dust. I was there. In the olden days.
A poop. Purple poop. Okay. Cool. Well, in 2045, they'll be worth $300 each. Well, there you go. I just have to wait 20 years.
I posted, ooh, now that's, I remember Notch posting on a video and stealing everyone's ideas. I remember paying $15 for a demo of a little game people were playing called Minecraft. Yeah, Mr. Stop.
All right, well.
Me too. I remember that exact thing.
So I don't know what you guys want to do.
I was like 2 years old. It was wild. I hooked up to the internet. Insane.
I want you to start throwing me ideas. What ideas do you guys have for us for the 100-goal celebration? All right. Let's start thinking. Let's start talking about it because we want people to get motivated for it, obviously. And it's hard to get motivation if you don't know what the reward or the upcoming thing is, right? That's what it's called. You want that momentum. But how do you have momentum when you don't know what's happening, right?
Definitely.
So let's talk about it and see what you guys think. And go from there. All right, cool. A live Ask the King. See, here's the thing. There's a good reason why we got rid of Ask the King 2 years ago. Did you notice no one really cares anymore? Because even though it was a legacy show and people like to keep it around because it was something from my past, we talk every day now. I mean, we frequently do Q&A on this show.
Oh, he's not lying there.
I do late night chill with Phil streams where
telling
we'll
the
randomly
truth.
just hang out and talk. So because of that,
He's not lying.
I don't see the point in having Ask the King. Even if we brought it back for a onesie episode, I don't know what it would really be.
A onesie
You know what I mean?
episode. That's pretty cool. Oh, I see the plant can be bought for up to $50. So yeah, $50 it looks like. I want to see a onesie episode. That's kind of cool. Talk about onesies, favorite colors, favorite designs. Onesies are hype.
I mean, right now, I would argue that DSP Tries It is our longest running legacy show, right? Because that's been one that I started back when I was, not even monetizing content yet. And I was doing DSP Tries It. So you're talking over, 15 plus years ago.
Yep. He said the same thing about DSP Tries It and Feasting with the King. Correct.
No Poorly Cooking with the King for the zillionth time. All of my content is in this room. It's all confined to my studio. That way, it doesn't seep into my private life. People don't try to get information about me in my private life, which is dangerous and scary that people do, but they do all the time.
15 days, Ethan? Jeez, no
content
sleep.
must be, in here. So it's that simple. I can't do Poorly Cooking in the freaking room. Plus, I don't cook. Just being honest. So there you go. Let's do a couple shout-outs. We have a couple contributions that came in. So let's get the momentum started today since it is a new day. So, yeah, here's...
It is a new day. Forget yesterday even happened, you dumb fucks. The wording there was very interesting.
That came in. So let's get the momentum started today since it is a new day. So, yeah, here's the thing. People love to say dumb shit like, oh, well, you had a really great day yesterday, so that means today you don't need any support.
That's what I was thinking.
No, that's not how it works.
Oh.
That's not how business works. That's not how life works. Just because you have a good day doesn't mean now you want to have a series of bad performances because then it negates the good day.
Okay.
So what we want to do is keep the momentum going. We want to try to hit the goals every stream if we can. It ain't going to happen every stream, but let's do it. Today, we got a nice chill podcast. We got Pirate Yakuza, where we're going to hang out. We're back in Honolulu. We're going to be doing side missions, but also advancing the main plot. This is what we want to do. So, let's do that. Let's continue with the momentum. Let's do some quick shout-outs as we begin our day.
Because he knows everyone thinks that, and he has to say it. Don't even think you're off the hook, dumb fucks.
The first tip of the day.
Ooh, PPP specifically brought up that point in the show, that every day everything resets and needs money again. Interesting. Oh, he's watching. Oh, God, he's watching Kino Casino and just coping and seething the entire show. You just know he's loving that show.
Is a $5
Anytime people are talking about him, is interested, even if it's the most negative shit possible. He loves people talking about him. The ultimate narcissist. It doesn't matter what you say about him. If you're talking about him, that's a win.
Hey. The first tip of the day is a $5 tip from Flatman B.
Hey!
What's up, everyone? Hope that you guys have a great day. Much love. Thank you so much, Flatman B, for a $5 tip to get our momentum going. Thank you so much. And it's got a nice animation. There we are.
Thank you, Flatman. No God bless? What happened? Oh, my God. We're all cursed. What?
Very nice.
Bless us.
Thank you, Flatman.
Bless us.
By the way, I can't do dollar signs with this font. This font doesn't recognize dollar signs for some reason. So weird. Cool. Thank you, Flatman. Okay.
Thank you, Flatman. Thank you, Flathead. Someone said in kick chat. Thank you, Flathead.
Jalen with a $2 super chat to start the super chats for the day. Call of Duty has dropped a new Warzone map called Verdansk. Yes, Call of Duty, Black Ops 6 had an update this week. I was well aware of this, that it was coming out either yesterday or today. And it added all new maps, new content, new season, all of that crap. All right?
That crap. Who
now,
needs it?
If you didn't notice, it's not in my rotation for this week. There's good reason. Last couple of times I played Call of Duty, it actually didn't do so well. Even though I was having fun. You know, I'm getting better and I'm unlocking the better attachments now for the sniper rifle and stuff like that.
I thought that means support should follow.
Basically, what's happened is, I played it a lot, kind of oversaturated the Call of Duty content, and people got tired of it. All right? So I'm giving it a rest. Now, maybe I'll bring back Call of Duty next week, right? Maybe that's what we'll do. And if we do, that's cool.
But
we'll see. I got to look at the schedule for next week.
What does that require
next week we have a new
from
game
us?
called South of Midnight coming out on Game Pass that I'm going to be adding to the rotation. At the same time, I'm probably finishing Sweet Hogan tomorrow. So if Sweet Hogan concludes, South of Midnight replaces it. Now we got to figure out a place to fit in Call of Duty. All right. So we'll talk about this. Okay, we will. We'll start talking about this and figuring it out. But,
oh God! Yesterday I was playing Sweet Cody myself, and there's some part you have a library in your base, and if you talk to the library, if you have each individual character has item slots. So I went to the librarian, going to drop off some books that one of the people in my party had in their inventory, but I didn't realize I already talked to the main dude who set up the next thing I have to do, and they removed those party members from my team already. So I was like, oh my God. And Chu was saying, that's your fault. You got to know that. I was like, oh my God. Could this game let me know when they're taking party members out of my party? Piss me the fuck off. And she was like, that's your fault. That game is kind of pissing me off, be honest, guys. It is Baka Gaijin. They could have made stuff a little bit more for modern audiences, if you know what I'm saying. Do I have to menu 18 times to change items or give items to different characters? Anyways.
We bring back Call of Duty next week, and we may try out some new content, including the new maps and stuff like that. We'll see what happens.
I don't need yellow paint. No.
Cool.
No.
All right. So we got our first tip of the day. Thanks, Flatman. We got our first super chat. Thanks, Jalen. Let's get momentum rolling. All right. Let's have our first sub over on Kick today.
Back to it, boys.
And let's have our first membership on YouTube. Let's do it. Let's get some support in those ways. Then we'll have one of each. We'll have that momentum fully rolling forward.
Holy shit. Momentum is the new...
Who's going to be the first sub over on Kick today?
Momentum is the word of the week, isn't it?
And who's going to be the first member on YouTube today? Let's find out. Now,
thank you, King Snake Foul.
Yesterday was a Switch 2 information overload.
I agree.
It was huge. Tons of information came out of that Nintendo Direct, right?
So we better
Everyone
get more?
was their mind was exploding. There was good stuff. There was bad stuff. Everyone was kind of trying to get their own take and adjust to it or whatever. All right? So today, the dust has settled a bit. There's actually different events that Nintendo are holding around the globe where people are getting their hands on the Switch 2 for the first time and playing the games. So some information is coming out. For example, Breath of the Wild runs at full 4K 60 frames, while Cyberpunk 2077 runs at only 40 frames in performance mode.
Yeah.
And everyone's laughing at it saying, ugh, the game's old and it's running not very well on the Switch 2. Who would pay $70? Because yes, ladies and gentlemen, Cyberpunk 2077 is $70 on the Switch 2. I don't know what Nintendo is thinking. They're literally charging full price for games that have been out for 5-6 years and you can get for $20 on another platform. I don't get it.
Pretty sure it's for people that really want to play it on the Switch and couldn't play it any other way. So, they'll pay it. You know what I mean? Big ups Pigpen Lord of Dirt. When is Ken, I mean Snood, going to be on the show again? Well, no show tomorrow, so probably Monday. And I'll be on tonight with the Tractor Beam, so there you go. Pigpen Lord of Dirt.
They think that they could charge these insane premiums, okay?
Yeah, so it's people that can't play it on PC, clearly. So, okay. Anyways.
So, what we're going to do today, we're going to have another segment where we're going to talk more about Switch 2 stuff.
Try to get that It's a Me Ken money back.
So I hope that you guys are, if you're interested more in the Switch 2 stuff, you're in the right place, okay? So there we go.
Okay, well, we'll talk eventually.
Fed Rogers says, why would anyone even play a third-party game on Switch? No, really, this is weird. I was just talking with my
people that can't afford anything else.
Wife about this morning.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like...
People that want to have a gaming console that's also portable. Do I need to keep going on, or...?
This is weird. I was just talking with my wife about this morning.
Right.
And I was like, it's like Nintendo lives in another world where they actually legitimately have believed that themselves there are people who only play Nintendo. They've actually convinced themselves of this. Like, there's people out there...
There are thousands of people that only have a Nintendo Entertainment System.
That think Nintendo means video game.
Probably hundreds of thousands, if that. And in Japan, it's even more so than in America. But of course, DSP thinks America is the only country that exists.
They don't know that Xbox and PlayStation or PC even exists. All they know is Nintendo. So all they've played is the Switch. So they don't know that there were games outside of the Switch library. And now that Switch 2 is out, finally, it's my chance to play these games I've missed. Who? What human exactly who likes video games is of that mindset or in that category? Like 0.00001% of gamers?
Definitely.
Any gamer who wanted to play Elden Ring, Cyberpunk, these games that they're porting and they're acting like they're big acquisitions, they would have already played them. You could have literally played them on so many other platforms.
Yep.
If you say, well, there are people who only play Nintendo.
Yeah.
They're not looking to play Cyberpunk. Get it? Like, they're already of the Nintendo mindset. What do they want to play? The new Mario Kart. The new Donkey Kong, the new Metroid. When the new Mario comes out, when the new Zelda comes out, they're all over it. They'll play party games on there. They don't care about Cyberpunk. So
again, Philip likes to pretend everyone is like him, which he is like the most unique lifestyle individual in the universe. And it's not a positive statement, by the way. But he thinks because no one on Earth would ever think about playing Cyberpunk when they had no other way to play it.
Thank you for re-upping
because they only had a Switch, let's say. You don't got a lot of money. You only have a Switch. Oh, I couldn't play this before. Maybe I'll check it out.
It's just so ludicrous. Nintendo lives in another dimension, man.
Yes.
They really, it's some fantasy world where they think that the whole world revolves around Nintendo. It doesn't. Look, even the Hamburglar zombie can't take it. He is so ridiculously embarrassed for Nintendo.
Okay.
I waited over 5 years to play Silently. Right. Okay. Folks, let's talk Switch news. Let's go through some interesting topics today, shall we?
All right, let's see. I guarantee they're all about the price. Big ups Paradox, who says, got a flu which messed up my sleeping pattern. Now seems to align well with WPIG streams. ALT Ward Order engineered a virus to get my super chats. Big ups Paradox. Hope you're feeling better, brother. Flu does suck. But you got to fight through it. Fight through it.
All right. So here we go.
Big ups Paradox. Let's see what Wario64 is saying today.
Let's talk pricing.
There he is on the top right. DSP has been locked in. It is! Oh my god, it is Wario64! What's Wario64 saying today?
Because this was some of the stuff that people were questioning yesterday. By the way,
he should get some of the money from the contributions. Damn!
What's up, Jade? How you doing? What's up,
Hey, what's up? Oh, I think we just got two. Hold on, I'll listen again.
Because this was some of the stuff that people were questioning yesterday. By the way, what's up, Jade? How you doing?
That's
what's
one.
up, Yak Almighty?
That's two. All right, two.
So
the two quick ones, the double. I'm always getting there on the perfect line. Come on.
Here's some of the stuff that's been now revealed. The pricing is now being released. So for the record, this is Walmart pricing. This is going to be the price of games at Walmart. All right. I wish I could blow this up, but X sucks. and I don't really have a way to blow up the picture unless I save it, which I'm not going to do. So Kirby and the Forgotten Land. That's right. The game that already has been out for the Switch for what, like 3+ years?
How fast was me? That was a speed run. That was a second. That wasn't even full quality. I could have done better. I was just showing you how fast it was.
Here's $79.99. $80.
What?
For a Kirby game that's old. Street Fighter 6, year 1 and 2 Fighters Edition, meaning you're going to get all of the season pass content. So the 4 DLC characters from season 1 and the 4 DLC characters from season 2.
That sounds pretty good.
$59.99.
Yeah. How many times have you bought that game?
Mario Kart World.
How many times have you bought that? Oh, Oscar says, I tied my shoelaces today. God bless. Thank you so much. We were all feeling cursed, but now we're no longer cursed. Wandering Monk 73 says, if only Nintendo would take him to court over the way he slanders them. Yeah, we need to get the Billy Mitchell dudes on Nintendo's team. Hell yeah, that's a court case I would follow. The whole fucking thing. Hell yeah. And Dewie News says he can't pronounce that game consistently at all. Sweet Codeine, Suikoden. Suikoden! He's done many different ways. And Frankie B says, the actual reward is to hit more goals. Yes! That's the reward. That's what we're working for right now. And think about who would fall for a scam like that. You'd have to be pretty fucking special to fall for a scam like that. Right? Right? You'd have to be someone that was $1,600 in debt, but still tips Philip $50. Right?
$79.99. Zelda Breath of the Wild. I want to repeat what I just said. Zelda Breath of the Wild. Mm-hmm. Not Zelda Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom 2-pack. Just Breath of the Wild on the Switch 2.
I appreciate that.
$69.99.
Nice.
Folks, Breath of the Wild is 7 years old.
So don't buy it?
7 years. No, I take that back. It's actually 8 years old. And it's $70 on the Switch.
Wait. Hold on. Let's analyze a bad joke here for a second. Hold on. What? Okay.
No. 7 years.
So he went to the 8. Okay, he went for the 8.
It's
okay, gotcha.
8 years old. And it's $70 on the Switch. Or Switch 2, excuse me. Bravely Default Flying Fairy HD Remaster, $40. Now, Bravely Default is also quite old. This is being an HD remaster, so finally it's like a reasonable price, I would say, for a game.
Got him, yeah.
Donkey Kong Bonanza, $69.99.
Yeah, he's not talking about that weirdly. I think he will, though. He said he didn't like that. You could pay a small fee to upgrade it, but how much is that upgrade? I'm interested.
Super Mario Party Jamboree, $79.99. And The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, again, just Tears of the Kingdom. Not a double pack Breath of the Wild Tears of the Kingdom like it should be. Just Tears of the Kingdom.
Double pack? Okay.
$79.99. These
double pack
prices are bonkers. I can't.
You wanted them to double pack Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. Cool world we live in, if that was the case.
Believe they have the balls to try to sell 2 old Zelda games for premium prices as if they're brand new. And then on top of that, the fact that we already bought and played these games on the Switch and they ran like shit. They did. Even, remember Tears of the Kingdom? How the frame rate would dip and chunk along as parts. It's like, what the? And we already bought it. Now you expect us to buy it again as if it's a brand new premium game. $80? Are you insane? Let's continue.
Chunk along.
So, there's a few others. This is why I had this one, because there's a few others on here.
Yeah, let's see those.
I don't know what Eldrador Creature Shadowfall is.
Yeah, what's that?
I do know that Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. Do you remember how old that game is? Dragon Ball Z Kakarot? Didn't I play that like 4 or 5 years ago?
Kakarot?
Well, it's $50. So, it's not that bad, I guess. But the thing is, these games are regular Switch games that apparently will play on the Switch too.
Uh-huh.
But they don't, they're older Switch games. That's why they're the regular price. Every other Switch game is just being absolutely ridiculous with the prices. Okay? So here we go. Cyberpunk 2077 Ultimate Edition will be a launch title on June 5th. $69.99. The game will be distributed on a 64-gigabyte game card. This does contain both the game and the expansion, and no additional download will be required. However, if you don't want to buy the game card and you want to get it digitally, it's 64 gigs. Now, what was I saying yesterday about the storage space?
Cyberpunk 2077 is massive, right? A game made for PCs. So this is going to be big, yeah, but the other games aren't going to be this fucking big.
On the Switch 2. The storage space on Switch 2 is only 256 gigs, but remember, anywhere from like 20 to 50 of those gigs are going to be used for the operating system, for other apps, and things like that. So you probably only have about 200 gigs of storage on your Switch 2. If you get Cyberpunk and you don't buy the physical edition, you've already taken up 1/3 of the storage space.
No. Thank you. Good point. That's 85 gigabytes with DLC on Steam. And also, it's on a 64 gig game card. That doesn't mean the game is 64 gigs. Right? Good point.
On your Switch 2 with one game. So it seems everything that I was speculating yesterday is true. I was right on the money. This thing is going to fill up within 2-3 games. You're going to have no space for anything. Okay? Keep in mind, you also got to save your games. They got to go somewhere, right?
You think that takes a lot of space? Come on.
Continuing on. This is wild to me. This I still can't believe is a thing. So they announced Street Fighter 6 amiibos for a premium price. Ladies and gentlemen, the Street Fighter 6 amiibos cost $29.99. What is going on? Just think of it this way. If you buy Street Fighter 6, it's $60 on the Switch 2. If you want to get all 3 Street Fighter 6 amiibos of Jamie, Luke, and Kimberly, it costs more than the game.
Yes, figures are often more than the game. You know those figures that you bought thousands of in Connecticut? A lot of those cost more than the game too.
Now, what do you think those amiibos are going to do? This is a competitive fighting game. They're not going to give you a competitive edge.
No.
Maybe they'll give you some exclusive content if you're playing the campaign mode.
Yes.
And by the way, the campaign mode is not very good because it becomes a grind fest when you're near the end and it pisses you off. I know because I almost beat it myself and then I quit it at the end when it just didn't make sense to keep playing it.
Rage quit.
So,
rage quit. Got it.
Why on earth would you spend $30 for an amiibo in 2025? This isn't even the Wii U era when Nintendo was floundering and they weren't selling anything and they needed our help. And so the Nintendo fanboys ran out and said, don't worry, we'll white knight you, Nintendo. We'll go buy every amiibo that's ever been released, and this will finance the failure of the Wii U till you can actually pump out the Switch.
Sir, we'd like to remind you bought a queen's crown to sit in the background of your YouTube streams. Thank you.
I just don't understand. And you know what? People are going to buy these. People will absolutely buy these amiibos for $30 each. Even though it's a tiny little plastic figurine with no added value whatsoever. They're going to do it.
So it's a size thing. Okay.
I don't get it. I don't understand. I'm lost. I'm confused. What is this whole Nintendo mentality in 2025?
It has always been their mentality, actually.
And then lastly...
Okay, yes. Yes, please.
There is a cool thing coming out called Welcome Tour for the Switch 2. people have had some hands-on experience with it today because, like I said, they actually have booths and events going on all over the world right now where people are getting hands-on with the Switch 2. So what it is, it's a bunch of mini games. All right. For example, it has Super Mario Brothers World 1-1. You start playing it at the original 240 resolution, but as you play, the game keeps upgrading resolution until it goes to full 4K on your screen, which is pretty cool. Everyone's saying it's really nice.
Yeah.
And there's different things that you can do with this. Okay, like there's different ways to play with it or whatever and have a good time with it.
Good description. I got what you mean there. Yes, got it.
And someone even said there's a mode that's kind of like Mario Paint.
Whoa!
And Nintendo hasn't done anything that's been like a Mario Paint style app for a very long time.
Yeah.
So people who are like longtime fans of Nintendo's are having a really good time with this. Like, wow, this is amazing. So this would be great for them to pack in with the Switch
990 yen would probably be 650 now.
2, right? Looks like the demo. Wrong. This does not come with Switch 2. Switch 2 comes with nothing. You have to buy
Comes with
this.
nothing.
Now, they're saying in Japan it's 990 yen, but they haven't announced actual pricing anywhere else. How much do you want to bet they're going to mark this up? And this is going to be like $10 or more in the United States, and worldwide it'll probably be like $15. How much you want to bet?
How much you want to bet?
So again, what they're thinking is, hey,
Told you. Hey,
you buy the Switch,
I
or
get
Switch
paid.
2, excuse
My real job is paid in yen, so I know it pretty well. And I know the pain.
It's launch day. Well, what are you going to get on that? Well, let's think about it. Well, we're going to get Mario Kart. Literally everyone wants Mario Kart. Okay, so that's going to be day one purchase. Outside of that, what else are you going to do? Well, all that's left are third-party ports like Cyberpunk, right? Or games you've already played like Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom. Well, you don't want to play that game again. You're going to look for new original content. So what else is out? This is Welcome Tour for $10. I guarantee you this will be a monster bestseller. Everyone will be doing Welcome Tour at the launch of the Switch 2. But they have to pay for it. I mean, I remember
This is pretty dumb. Just not to agree with them, but this is pretty dumb. They should have just made it. They should have not even entitled it Welcome Tour. They should have entitled it something like Fun Games or whatever. So it is the same thing, but it seems like a little game that's really small. Right? And then you feel pretty hype about it. It's like, oh, it's a little $6, $7 game that shows you things about, fun little games to do with the mouse or whatever. Naming it Welcome Tour and having it be like a tutorial is kind of dumb. But
to buy a game console, it would come with a bunch of games. It would be like, it comes with Mario, it comes with Zelda, it comes with, another, like 3-4 games, a big bundle. So when you're buying it, you're not just buying a console, you're buying an experience. You're buying a suite of games, and now you can enjoy this for weeks until you finally decide what will be my first original purchase. What will I add to my library? Maybe it'll be a Mega Man game, or maybe it'll be
let's try to get this into the bestseller list, guys. Let's buy it. Come
Contra,
on.
or maybe, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
No,
2
now
items.
if you buy the console, you can't even play anything on it. It didn't even come with a demo.
What Nintendo came with Contra, by the way? What was his list again?
Until you finally are buying another, like 3-4 games. You can enjoy this for weeks until you finally decide what will be my first original purchase. What will I add to my library? Maybe it'll be a Mega Man game.
Okay, sorry. I'm sorry. I apologize. I got you.
Not this. Nintendo has completely lost their way and flipped on their head. They used to be consumer friendly, budget friendly.
What?
And
what? When were they budget friendly and consumer friendly? In what era? You know how much Nintendo Entertainment System games cost? Does he forget how much they cost? And you hope you got 2 hours out of it? No, but you would fucking get hours out of it, but the game itself was 2 hours, but you play it like it's a 50-hour game. Who gives a fuck?
And full of innovation. Now, they are anti-consumer, incredibly expensive, premium pricing, and there's zero innovation in their new console. They have completely changed their market perspective. And you know what's funny about this, guys?
Oh, here's the funny part, finally. Here's the punchline.
This isn't the first time this has happened.
Uh-oh.
What ends up happening every console generation, we get a dominant winner And that dominant winner basically forgets everything that's ever happened in their track history, okay? They become cocky. They become full of hubris or hubris or however the hell you pronounce it.
Great word. As long as you know how to pronounce it. Really hammers the point home.
And then they walk into the next generation completely misconstrued in their head what's going on, and then they botch it, okay? Let's think about this. Nintendo coming out of the Super Nintendo era.
Yes.
All right? They think their shit doesn't stink. They're the top dogs, right? They think that they're going to dominate, okay? Great. So for N64, we could go CD or we could just continue to go on cartridge and do our own thing. Forget it. We don't want to do CD. We think we know better than everyone else. Our shit doesn't stink. Let's go for cartridges again. Well, Nintendo 64 wasn't a flop, but the PlayStation...
I was hope you weren't going to say that.
Far blew N64 out of the water.
Yes.
Sold like hotcakes, tons of games. All the third-party games are on PlayStation 1. Nintendo was behind the times because they didn't look at innovation and technology.
But they still sold a fuck ton and innovated a lot. But go ahead. He's the guy. This is coming from a guy that thinks innovation is very important. Big ups Dom for a punch, who says, from the X gonna blur it for you. There you go. King of the Ring idea. War Dog Leader says, okay, we can skip all this. This is just him hating on Nintendo, completely ignoring you can upgrade games, you can buy expanded memory. All we're doing here, guys, as Misery Merchant said, is we're trying to get a clip. That's all we're doing. Those 2,000 or 3,000 views from hating on Nintendo, which is the hot thing to do right now, is all we're doing. Don't think that deeply about it. We're finding things to hate to get a clip. That's it. And I know there's some legitimately negative things, no doubt about it, but that's all we're doing. And Philip's trying to do it. He doesn't know all the facts, so we're just trying to say stuff here. War Dog Leader says, also Amiibos can be rather cool figures. Yeah, and you'd think someone that has owned thousands and thousands of dollars of figures would know this. But no. Dark Wolf says, I bought every Smash Brothers Amiibo. I don't use them. I just think they're cool and it pisses Phil off. As someone that I can see many figures around me right now, from Chew. I'm not a figures person, but Chew is. And now my kids are. That's the sad part. She passed it down to them now. But it's fun to have figures of things you like. I understand that.
They were going to make a CD drive, but they didn't. They gave it away, and then Sony picked it up, and then there you have it. PlayStation just basically destroyed them. Okay? Fast forward to the PlayStation 2 era. All of a sudden, PlayStation is dominant. By far, PlayStation 2 outsold original Xbox, Dreamcast, all a competition. It is the dominant force in console. So what do they decide to do? Well, with PlayStation 3, let's just put a whole bunch of shit in there that no one wants. Let's put 6-axis controls. Let's put Bluetooth. Let's wedge in a processor called the Cell processor that is so hard to design games for.
Let's wedge it in.
That literally every third party is cringing and screaming, why are we doing this? Why is Sony putting us through this torture device? Why can't we just make games for their console? Why is it so easy to develop for PC and Xbox 360 and such a nightmare to develop for PS3?
Douchebags.
So what happened? PlayStation lost massive market share. They were the top dominant console the generation before, but they lost tons of market share during this era because they came in so cocky.
Okay. Don't come in cocky.
Fast forward to the next console generation.
What should we, so you can't, if you innovate too much, it's bad too. So what should we do here?
360 is dominant because PlayStation fumbled the ball. Now, by the end of that console gen, it was pretty neck and neck, and some would even argue PlayStation overtook Xbox 360 at the very end. But Xbox was dominant for a very long time and known as a world leader in console games.
Except in Japan. Except in Japan, by the way.
Come on with the Xbox
360 sold less than the PS3 and Wii. There we go. But
Xbox One, which forces people to have a Kinect that no one wants. You can't even buy the console without the Kinect. They have a whole bunch of awful PR about games are going to go all digital. You won't be able to share games with your friends. You won't be able to trade in games. All that's going away. And the entire world rallies against them and says, no, Don Matrick, you idiot. We don't want that. We want tradable games, shareable games, no forced motion controls with the Kinect. We want this and this and this. And what happens? Hubris, arrogance, confidence makes Xbox fumble the ball. And they went into that console gen dominant, and they completely were crushed by PlayStation during the PS4 era. Xbox One literally failed where Xbox 360 had shined. Okay?
Okay.
So now we fast forward to...
Man, this is quite the tale we're going on here. This is the Iliad here. Okay, next level. We're going through the whole history here. It's very truthful so far. Go ahead.
The situation with Nintendo.
Yes.
So after having failed a couple consoles, N64, GameCube, they were popular, but they weren't as good as PlayStation. So now,
what does that mean?
They come out with the Switch. Excuse me. They come out with the Wii. The Wii is a dominant force because of motion control. The gimmick works. The whole world wants a Wii because they want to stand in front of their TV dancing around, waggling the Wiimotes all over the place.
Something that this gentleman said was the stupidest idea on earth and no one would ever buy into. So this guy, his takes do mean something because he's called a lot of very, very, very prophetic takes he's had. For example, the Wii won't sell. It's really bad, and it won't do anything. And Minecraft will be a failure. So this guy knows what he's talking about. Go ahead. Yeah.
So Nintendo does it. They became the sales leader again. They're beating their competition. They're selling software like hotcakes. Even crappy shovelware is selling on this thing. Accessories, everything. Amazing. So what do? Overconfidence, hubris, arrogance. Let's make the Wii U. Well, wait a minute. Who's asking to have a screen on the gamepad? Did you ever say, I want the screen on my gamepad?
Now, you could say that the Wii U was what the Switch would grow to be, right? So while they didn't get it perfectly, the Wii U is exactly what the Switch is now, just better, right? It just got it correctly. So the innovation was a good idea, and it took them a while to get it right. So now we're going to say the Wii U is stupid?
No, I don't think a single person. What they wanted was a hybrid that was kind of a portable and a home console.
You're almost
the Wii
getting
U
it.
Was not that.
You're almost there.
Pseudo, represented that, but it wasn't. You couldn't just take your Wii U gamepad and leave your house.
We're almost there.
It wouldn't work. So it didn't make sense. No one wanted it, and it flopped.
Yes.
Huge. One of the biggest failures Nintendo's ever done. So you would think, man, we kind of blew it with the N64. The GameCube didn't do well. Man, the Wii U is a failure. You would think Nintendo would have learned from all of these experiences and said, we're going to do better now. No. It's as if because the Switch now has been a hit, they forgot their whole history again.
Philip, you skipped the Switch. Philip, you can't skip the Switch. What? They did the Wii U and then they did the Switch. You forgot that part. He just skipped it.
All of these experiences and said, we're going to do better now.
Yeah.
No. It's as if because the Switch now has been a hit.
What? Hold on. I'm really trying to make sure I'm not misunderstanding this.
So you would think.
Okay, hold on.
Huge.
Okay.
The sense.
Okay, hold on.
No one wanted it, and it flopped.
Okay, so we talk about the Wii U now. The Wii U flopped, all right? Now let's go.
Huge. One of the biggest failures Nintendo's ever done.
Yes.
So you would think, man, we kind of blew it with the N64. The GameCube didn't do well.
Yes.
Man, the Wii U is a failure.
Now
you would think Nintendo would have learned from all of these experiences and said, we're going to do better now.
And we're going to make the Switch, right? That's what you're going to say, right?
No. It's as if because the Switch now has been a hit, they forgot their whole history again.
What the fuck?
It's this simple.
Oh, he just forgot about DS is not, it doesn't help his felting, so we're forgetting the DS exists, which was just money printer, but okay.
If you don't study it, acknowledge it, and learn from it, it is destined to repeat itself.
So we forgot
Nintendo
about the Switch thing.
Thinks it's still the 1990s.
Okay.
They really believe that. They don't understand the market. They don't understand what's going on right now in the world. And they're trying to sell you an underpowered console with features that every other console has already had for years. And they're touting it like it's some innovative console that's actually next gen, which it very much is not. They're charging you premium prices for games you've already played.
Uh-huh.
They're nickel and diming you for upgrades, just incremental upgrades too. Oh, slightly better resolution,
yes.
A little bit better frame rate for a game you already own on the previous console.
Yeah, just a real quick point on this. Nintendo 64, I think, is one of the main reasons that people have such brand loyalty to Nintendo today. Is because how much of a life-changing thing that was, right? And also the Nintendo too. Those people of that age, not me, but people older than me. Like those two things have created such a brand loyalty that Nintendo could say, we're charging $500 for this, and we're saying how? Oh, please, yes. We'll happily pay it. And people want to share that with their kids as well because of that fucking moments that a lot of people, much older than me, went through. When Mario 64 came out, when I was 2 years old, it was like nothing we've ever seen. It was like, this is life-changing. And that nostalgia is very powerful. Now, sadly, Nintendo knows it, so they charge you for it now. But that's exactly what I think built them this brand loyalty that they have. And I think that's maybe, I think Apple as well. That iPhone, when people got an iPhone, that was fucking life-changing too. And that kind of mind-blowing experience lasts a long time. That nostalgia is very strong. And both the companies know it. So it's unfortunate for the prices, but they earned it, right? They fucking earned it.
They're charging you massive amounts of money for accessories. You need a proprietary EX speed memory card that's going to run you $100 to $200 to be able to store a certain amount of games. They have learned nothing. They just think, hey, it's time for us to keep trying to milk the cow. Because honestly, when you look at a situation like this, I feel now that those who are in charge at Nintendo actually just see their consumers as an income source.
Definitely.
I hate to say that because you want to think, oh, no, this company actually cares about its culture. It cares about its gamer base, its player base, its consumer base. And, I don't believe that. Not anymore. When I look at this as $30 amiibos, $80 for a game that's 4 or 5 years old and you already played, that doesn't scream to me, oh, we care. That screams to me, we don't care and all we want is more income and we don't give a shit about your feelings, about your budget, about the situation in the world right now. All we care about is pumping profits out while we can get them. And that way, if we make tons of money on the launch of Switch 2, who cares if they...
It's kind of, it's wild that he says the business considers its customers as an income source. That's literally what they are.
Then there's like a big slope down for a while. At least we made our money now and we pocketed it, so we're good. And then maybe there'll be another slump like we had with the Wii U. But it's fine because we know our consumers are stupid. We know our customer base is dumb and a cult. And they're going to buy anything anyway. So if, hey, they won't buy games, we'll just sell more $30 amiibos for 4 years. And then we'll come back with another console that people will buy again. It's a pretty bad circle, in my opinion.
Definitely. Good point. This is a good clip. Great clip here.
So, I don't know. I'm 2 days into this thing. And I'm trying to think of it positively. And to be honest, I'm excited for Mario Kart Tour. World Tour. It looks great. I'm excited for Donkey Kong Bonanza. It looks really good. I'm excited for Metroid Prime 4. But outside of that, 3 things that we've seen, I'm literally excited for nothing else. I don't want to play third-party titles on the Switch 2. I don't see the point. I don't want to buy Street Fighter 6 and play it on Switch 2. I can already play it on PC at the best graphics possible with no input delay, with my insanely high-end Rolls Royce of joysticks. Why do I want to play this on the Switch 2, likely with input delay, likely with lag, on an inferior controller? Why would I want to do that?
Yep.
I'm not stupid. I don't get it. I'm lost. What's the value proposition of the Switch 2?
It has games that you want to play on it, and you can't play anywhere else. You've already laid them out, actually. You talked about the games you want to play.
With the Switch, it was the first truly hybrid portable home console. Okay?
Don't count the Wii U. Go ahead.
Get that value
proposition. No, just kidding. It wasn't. But the Wii U was the idea.
Proposition. With the Wii, it was the first time ever full motion controls be a part of the action. Okay, I get it. That makes sense to me. What's the value proposition of the Switch 2? Better graphics? We have those.
We have those
Better
at home.
graphics for just Nintendo properties? Is that
Yes.
worth $900? Because that's what you're going to pay. $450 for the console. You got to get a Pro controller because you know the Joy-Cons aren't going to be very good. You got to get an expansion memory card. That's $100 to $200, and each game's $80, $90. You're spending $900 on this console whether you like it or not.
That's not true. You know you don't have to buy all those games.
Joy-Cons aren't. You're going to pay $450 for the console. You got to get a Pro controller because you know the Joy-Cons aren't going to be very good. You got to get.
Okay, so let's take him at his word. So $450, right? $450 for the console. Okay, so we're gonna buy the Pro controller with that. Now we're up to $530. Go ahead.
$50 for the console. You got to get a Pro controller because you know the Joy-Cons
We're up to $530. Those were announced to be $80. Go ahead.
aren't going to be very good. You got to get an expansion memory card. That's $100
Expansion memory card, which you definitely don't have to get, actually. But go ahead. We'll pretend we need one of those.
to $200, and each game's $80, $90.
80,
You're spending
$90.
$900 on this console whether you like it or not.
Actually, it's very much so, whether you like it or not, because you don't have to get the... Oh, Switch Pro controllers work on the Switch too? Oh my God, is that true? That's good. That's good for me. But yeah, so you don't have to spend that at all. Most people, I really think that's one thing he's like trying to push this narrative that you have to buy the memory card. You absolutely don't. You can just play the games you're playing, and then when you're done playing them, don't have them on your system anymore.
So, Burger King. Yeah, it's a sad situation. I'm curious to see what's going to happen. And just for the record, of course I want to get one.
Yeah, you
Number
definitely
one,
will.
I want to do an awesome console unboxing for you guys. For the first time ever, I want to use my new setup here to live unbox a console, show you what it looks like, describe it, hook it up, do that hands-on experimentation on day one when it comes out to show you exactly what it's capable of. I want to play the games to show you what it is. I'm a content creator.
Yeah,
It's my
so
job,
you're buying it. Yes,
right?
so you are buying it.
As a consumer, if this were me buying a Switch 2 for myself, I literally wouldn't. I'd be like, it's not worth it to just buy this console just for Mario Kart, then wait a month and just play Donkey Kong and then have it sit there and collect dust. Literally, I wouldn't do that at all. I would wait. I would wait for a price drop. I would wait for more games. Buy this thing in a year or two when there's like 10 good games for it. Then I would get it. But
There will never be a price drop for a Nintendo console. Is that what he said?
more games. Literally, I wouldn't do that at all. I would wait. I would wait for a price drop. I would wait for more
There will never be a price drop.
games. Buy this thing in a year or two when there's like 10 good games for it. Then I would get it. But I'm a content creator. I've got to cover it. It's my job. It's the content you want. I know that if I cover the Switch 2 launch, you guys will love it. It's going to bring in attention, views, support. I get that. So, I'll bite the bullet. I'll spend all that money so that we can see together what exactly the Switch 2 is all about. All right? And maybe I'll be wrong. Maybe I'll actually be impressed and blown away. You never know. But all I can do is I can tell you what I'm seeing up front. What I'm seeing up front is that
What
this
are you
thing
seeing up front?
is not impressive, and it seems to be a huge ripoff, in my opinion.
Interesting you didn't have this strong a take yesterday about this when you did see how much things would cost then. Val says, why would you spend $300,000 for Wrestler JPEG in 2025? I don't understand. I mean, honestly, what's the value proposition there? Okay, what? It's a zombie Hogan now? I mean, what? We already have Hogan. We've had him for years. And now we have this zombie Hogan? They expect us to drop $100 for pulls? I mean, what? What's the value proposition there? Honestly. And other than this beefy men event. Like, we haven't had those beefy men for years. I mean, I've been seeing sexy Kurt Angle for years now. And now they're saying that we need to get another star? I mean, it's just, Scopely lost their way, honestly. I mean, I'm a content creator. I'm addicted to this game, so I have to play it. But, honestly, big up some Gator. Says the guy with the W champion mentality. There you go. Perfect transition. He knows what he's talking about, guys. Magic Short Bus says, I'm surprised he hasn't called Nintendo a slut for taking money that should be his. Oh, I'll give it what you need.
That's gay.
Big ups, Magic Short Bus. Jordan Fadeaway says, isn't there a Mario Kart World Switch 2 bundle? Yes, 500. That's what I have to buy. But that's going to be a Santa buy. In the future. Santa's going to get those elves building that thing for me. I'm a cigarette content creator. I have to buy cigarettes. There, well, you have to buy it. But I don't recommend anyone else buy cigarettes. Eric Newton says, and yet he's still going to buy the games. What's the complaining about? I always wait for a sale if I don't want to pay the price. Yes, so Nintendo doesn't drop the prices, but you might get a Walmart sale every once in a while, and if you want to wait for that, there you go. But he's a content creator. Please, Eric Newton. Aishi Yamamoto says, I got the new Star Wolf amiibo for $80 on Amazon and don't regret it at all. Hell yeah, Aishi Yamamoto. If you want it and it's worth $80 for you, fuck them. That's what I say. Anyone's allowed to spend every money they want on whatever the fuck they want. And I think it's weird to get, like, I don't know. I think it's kind of weird to get that deep into, like when Nintendo's offering these accessories that you never want yourself, but you're still pissed about the price. Like, yeah, well, you don't want it then, right? So who cares? Talby says, nothing proves that DSP is a fake gamer more than saying Nintendo is the only now charging a ton for accessories. Remember the Wavebird, Rob, Power Glove, Rumble Packs? They have always sold accessories. Good fucking point, Talby. Nintendo has loved its accessories since the beginning of Nintendo. But now, remember, they lost their way now. War Dog Leader says, during COVID, the Switch helped people connect. There we go. Another good point. And Animal Crossing, too. Don't forget that shit. That was the biggest game on the universe. Jericho TSK says, the Wii U innovated too much and the Switch too little simultaneously. Also, NVIDIA said the Switch 2 is literally 10 times more powerful. Well, those facts don't help our felting, Jericho, so I'm going to ask you to shut up. Honestly. Please. Power Glove was the thumbnail for yesterday, if you saw it. Rambo with the Power Glove. Big ups, Jericho.
Now, if you guys don't mind, I got a catch in my nail. It's been bothering me for the last 20 minutes.
A what?
I want to go take care of it, and then we'll continue on. I'll be right back.
Another mystery trip. What? A catch? Is that a word? Let me check. Ask ChatGPT. Can you have a catch in your nail? Let's see what ChatGPT says. I trust it blindly. Ah, it is true. A catch in your nail can mean a small tear, crack, or split. Ah. Very old school term there. I've never heard that. Magoo says, why are we forgetting Game Boys and DS, honestly? Because, again, that hurts our felting. Please, we're trying to make a good clip here. We can't bring facts into this, Magoo. Warlock Leader says, Switch came out right as lockdowns happened. Yo, that helped the Switch. Let's not pretend. Let's not get it twisted. Switch came out at the right time, for sure. But still, you can't just forget it exists. Which he did in his felting of Nintendo. So they failed on Wii U. And then they learned from the Switch. Like, what? They learned from Wii U and made the Switch. You could also say that, right? Oh, Switch came out way before that, people were saying. There you go. When did Switch come out? 2017? That sounds like so long ago, doesn't it? That's true? Nothing worth rewinding for, no. I don't think so, being honest. Magoo says, oh, there we go. I did that one before. Big ups. Jeez, 2017. Damn. Movie Sign says, bachelor business degree, guys. That's what we need. That's what the best will give you, guys. Valedictorian, business degree. This is the kind of stuff you're given. Tomion says, reminder, he'll still get the Switch 2 day one, but let's complain about the problem and be part of it. Well, we're a content creator. That's why he's going to justify his purchase. And Val says, what's the value propositions of DSP when there are more entertaining, charismatic streamers that don't beg for money? Well, have you forgotten the backdrop? Have you forgotten the events, special events? Okay, Val? You forgot about those two things. They're pretty cool. Special events, the backdrop. What else? Can't think of anything else. The RGBs, thank you. The Devoom, yes. You're right. There you go. Oh, we're back.
Look, see this happens sometimes?
What happened?
It looks like my frame malfunctioned. Look, see this happens sometimes? I don't know what happens. The white balance gets like screwed up and the brightness.
Great purchase.
I don't know what causes it. Now I got to fix it because if I don't, it's going to look like super duper blue and it's going to kill your eyes.
Good purchase,
It happens every
brother.
once in a while, but I still don't know what causes it. I love the frame. I just wish it didn't have this weird malfunction. Let me fix it quick.
Remember, this thing costs, let's see, the one he
there we
got
go.
is the Voom Pixu 64, $109.
Aha, perfect. Okay.
So, good purchase.
All right, ready? Okay. So, let's do some more shout outs and then we'll see what you guys want to talk about for the rest of the show. I would say if you guys have any brainstorming
No! That early?
what to do for a 100 goals hit, I'm all ears because we got to figure that out. But we got some shout outs to do. First of all, Lance Catamaran gifted a sub to Gruntilda. So thank you so much, Lance Catamaran. You are our first sub of the day. Let's get that up on the leaderboard.
You want to see Lance Catamaran, by the way? As someone pointed out before. This is
I appreciate that.
Lance Catamaran to Gruntilda.
Hey, let's get that up on Tilda. Some shout outs to do. First of all, Lance Catamaran gifted a sub to Gruntilda. So thank you so much, Lance Catamaran. You are our first sub of the day. Let's get that up on the leaderboard.
Gruntilda. You know what
I appreciate
Gruntilda
that.
looks like? There's Gruntilda.
And-
Banjo-Kazooie.
I received a $3 tip
Gruntilda.
from Beaver
Oh,
Bother.
I'll pay it.
Why call Nintendo consumers idiots when you'll be pre-ordering and playing day
Nope.
one? Because I just
Good point, Stephen Hawking. Thanks for bringing that up. It's kind of odd we're not talking about smart guys, isn't it? I mean, tonight's the night, man. Tonight's the fucking night.
explained that I'm a content creator who needs to cover it
Show
for
me the hot
work, and that
version?
you guys
Okay.
want to see me cover it so that you don't have to spend it right away.
There you
That's
go.
the whole idea. If you don't understand that, you're pretty stupid. Like, no, seriously, like the
Hold
way
on, hold
a
on,
creator
hold
who
on.
needs to cover
Sorry. Hear that again. Go ahead.
idiots when you'll be pre-ordering and playing day one, because I just explained that I'm a content creator who needs to cover it for work, and that you guys want to see me cover it so that you don't have to spend it right away. That's the whole idea. If you don't understand that, you're pretty stupid. Like, no, seriously, like, that's a really dumb thing to say, to not understand the difference between a common consumer where video games are their escape or their entertainment, while for me it's work. You're a dunce. Thanks for the $3 tip. Okay.
I see. People want the game over Gruntilda. Okay.
Could I
Here, I
say
got-
hi to Toasty for the 100 goal celebration? I'll just say hi to Toasty now. Hello, Toasty Chestnuts. How are you? Welcome. Okay.
Dude, that dude is a legitimate fan that was trying to get Philip to say his name for a while, by the way. So it's a very fucked up thing to do right there. That dude is a legitimate fan. But you guys want more Gruntilda? Okay, here you go. Happy? Jesus. I don't know why you guys like her so much. Tricorder Transmission says, what happened to no one supports Nintendo games? Well, we do. We're content creators. Okay? We're content creators. Big ups, Tricorder Transmissions. And we'll talk eventually. Yeah, we get... And we'll to the water segment here. Hold on.
Okay.
Okay. Not
All
pausing,
right,
Pocock.
so
Oh.
I've pretty much covered what I want to talk about.
Oh,
really
God.
briefly, let's
Smart
look at the schedule,
guys!
and then let's see what you guys want to do for the rest of the show.
Smart
so,
guys?
Today it is Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii.
You have to announce the guest, brother, unless you're embarrassed about it.
I'm excited for more of that. We're going to jump into the Honolulu plotline again, advance the main story. We're also going to do some more side questing and stuff like that. But we have finished the entire
I'm just waiting with
pirate
until we say the
plotline.
names.
It's done. We've already done it. So now we're on to the other content of the game. Tonight it is Smart Guys, my wrestling commentary show on DSP Reacts and on Kick. There will be the second of 3 co-hosts tonight. It is
Yeah, who?
mystery guest. You will not know who it is. No one knows who it is besides me and this person. So that'll be exciting. That's around 7 p.m. Pacific time on DSP Reacts, at DSP Reacts on YouTube, and also on my Kick channel.
Okay, so that's interesting. That leads me to believe that it probably is Mercer Beardson, because he doesn't want the internet at large to take note, probably, if it's one of them two, right? Yeah. Oh, Triple P, it's 100% who Triple P said if he's scared of saying who it is. Yes, that's a good point, too. Also, if Triple P guessed it, we can't give him the W until the show starts. So it's definitely one of those two. And remember that clip I played you of Philip saying, it's definitely not one of those people, guys. You guys are idiots. It's definitely one of those two. We'll see how it goes. Dare Bear says, he's just a typical consumer brainwashed to thinking he's a content creator to justify buying it. Like, I mean, he is a content creator in the dictionary definition, you know, but like he could be a content creator that says, I'm not going to do it. You don't have to buy it, right? You could say, I'm taking a stand on this and not buying it. Just play the other shit. Like, he's not going to get extra money from having the Switch 2, right?
And I have packs of cards to unpack for every $100 of support that we get during that show. Let's see how many that we unpack. I have actually ordered one final box, so I have 3 packs over there, and I'll have one more box of 7.
Hell
so these
yeah.
10 packs will be the last 10 packs that I'm going to unbox because these packs are getting too expensive. This last box cost me $70. $10 a pack of cards is too much for me.
Yeah.
Okay?
More than $1 a card.
Tomorrow, Suikoden may conclude on the first stream, depending on how things go. We'll see. But we're going to try to make a push for the end. And then tomorrow night, ladies and gentlemen, Friday Night Fights returns with Street Fighter 6. I'm actually playing Street Fighter 6 for the first time in over a month. It's actually been like a month and a half.
Oh, by the way, real quick, I know it's scheduled anyway, so I should go past this. We did a poll last week about Ralph, and I did screenshot it. So, it seems that 10% of you are legends, and everyone else needs to get help, because Philip did not boot Ralph early. Ralph did last the entire stream, but it was a positive ending, and there could be another show in the future. So 10% of you are legends. Go collect your tickets now. Take them to the ticket booth to receive your payout. There we go. All right, that was last week's poll.
I think I'm going to play E-Honda. I think I'm going to return today.
Okay, we don't care about
shots
this.
that I have saved up from previous events, including the 99 lemonades, 99. What kind of moonshine? I have no Adam Fall. Here, what kinds there are.
Okay.
I know that at my local liquor store, they actually have a section for it, but I got to see what they got and maybe pick something out. Yeah. Tip. I received a $6 tip. So this person has become the new top tipper from the hottest woman in college. The best thing to do is not buy the Switch 2. Let Nintendo gaming systems falter, which would then cause Nintendo to end its closed ecosystem and become like Sega. And voila, their stuff will be on all platforms with added bonus of no more overpricing of Nintendo games. Yeah, except I hate to say it.
That's what. I have to buy it and also promote every single game that Nintendo puts out for content? Is that what we're going to say?
You're saying is business 101. What you're saying is actually correct. Mm-hmm. Nintendo needs to be taught a lesson. That they're not better than everyone else. That they're not protected from the market. That they need to innovate. That they need to have value for the customer.
So you're doing your part in that, right?
Right now.
You're doing your part in that, right?
They don't believe that. They think that they're better than everyone else, and therefore they can kind of do whatever they want.
So you're going to fight about that, right? You're going to fight this, right? Fight the power.
They're protected by this very bizarre group of consumers that literally consume everything Nintendo makes. It doesn't, I mean, think of it this way.
Oh, please.
In the middle of the life cycle of the Switch 1, everyone said they wanted a Switch Pro, that they wanted better graphics, more storage, a fixed Joy-Con. There was a laundry list of things the consumer wanted. Nintendo responded by making the Switch OLED, which literally did none of those things. It didn't give better graphics. It didn't fix the Joy-Cons. The only thing it did was slightly improve the screen and the speakers and the
graphics.
stand.
Jade says, you know I like Yakuza. See me on Goro-san. You don't see me, Ton. K, please. Happy birthday, Phil-san. There we go. That's from Jade.
The only thing it did was slightly improve the screen and the speakers and the stand. 3 things no one asked for. Those same.
So they made a improved version of the Switch though later, and it's coming out in 2 months.
People who complained and screamed we want Switch Pro went and bought the Switch OLED anyway.
Yeah?
In droves. It sold tons. So Nintendo made out. It didn't make any sense at all. So when you're that brainwashed and you literally complain, but then you buy anyway, why would Nintendo ever have incentive to change or improve? They're being conditioned to be told we can do whatever we want. Our consumers are suckers. We'll just, we'll say whatever we want. We'll do whatever we want, and we'll still be rewarded. So there you have it.
Formerly
I
Chuck
don't know,
says,
until these
I'll bite the bullet. Anyways, guys, give me money to eat.
people wise up, I don't
Yep.
think things are going to change.
Yep.
What's
wise
going
up.
on, Jade? He says, I like Yakuza, so I will see you there, but I won't see you tonight. Sounds good. And thank you. He says, happy early birthday. Thank you so much.
We already got Jade before. That does not count.
Okay.
Pick your poison. Switch to or order Phil to shave for 900. Yep. Switch to order or Phil shave for 900. It's tough.
Someone tipped $2 and is blabbing about something that I don't even understand, so thanks for $2.
Felt it.
Okay.
Got him. Don't tip money to the ESP, though.
All right.
Cope laugh.
Nico says, actually, the Switch OLED is currently more expensive than a PS5 Slim or an Xbox Series S. Insane. For what value added? The screen's slightly better?
It's pretty significantly better, to be honest. I don't play enough undocked to care, but, I mean, it is better.
What's up, Game Boy? How are you today? Welcome.
I
So,
did hear
guys, the
that
good
one.
news is, after the insanely long stream that we did yesterday, insanely long podcast, okay, today we got through all the topics I wanted to cover relatively early. So now we can relax for the next half hour. Please tag me in the chat. Let's have some conversation back and forth. Any contributions come in, I'll shout you out. Obviously, let's hit the goal today. Let's get to 94 goals hit. Let's keep that positive momentum going. Thank you all for the insane support yesterday. Let's hit another goal on this stream today. All right.
All right, we have a great chance to get Temple today. We are 30 minutes before we finish. Feeling good. Finish the week on a high note. Remember, no pre-stream tomorrow. This is our last chance this week. Come on! Let's do this!
Zylvania says, I find it crazy Nintendo is regressing. Why did they release an OLED version for Switch 1 only to go back to an inferior screen for the successor? Because they want to sell you the Switch 2 OLED. Because the consumer will buy it. Because the consumer is stupid. And they did it for the Switch, so they'll do it again for the Switch 2. When you reward bad behavior, bad behavior will continue. You need to punish bad behavior in order for it to stop and correct and change. Nintendo now believes they can do incremental, minor console updates and the consumers will just rebuy it, and they're right. So why would they give you all the value up front with Switch 2 when they could just have you buy it now, then have you buy it again later?
This guy knows what he's talking about. Just listen. Yep. The best part with Philip, though, is when he begs for your money, nothing changes at all. So even if you do beg and you decide to give money, $100, nothing changes about your situation. You gain nothing. We need more $100 after that. So why tip at all? Good question. Why tip at all? Michael says, notice how there's no more talk of problems behind the scenes since the DM, similar to no whining about low ad revenue since Duty showed his income. That is true. There has been a weird dip in the problems behind the scenes style stuff. I think now because I might be giving him too much credit, but he might be thinking that if he brings up problems behind the scenes, that will cause people to talk about some of that stuff, right? It could be. Yeah, exactly. Born Slippy, you're correct. Phil's content is best when there's no tipping.
Thank you for re-upping your membership.
That's when it's the best.
That.
Oh, yeah, sorry. It was all an experiment. You're right. It was all a snaking. That stuff was not true. Oops.
Jade says, what backstory new signs? What do you mean, Jade? You mean this? This is just a sign I bought a couple months ago. I was trying to buy some new stuff for my setup.
What backstory new signs, please?
For this year. If you noticed, last month I had the replica mic that was standing there. This sign glows. Like
it's a hamburger.
It's actually
hamburger
it lights
sign.
up, but it's too bright. And I didn't know that. We're in the store. You can't test it. I didn't know how it was going to show up.
You might want to take it down, or
I might be able to plug it in, but you're going to see it's so bright, it blinds you. Let me see if I can plug it in.
Oh, Jade, I'm just buying as much shit as I can find at Hobby Lobby. Thanks, though. Ooh, Johnny with the crayon eating. Congratulations. Red? That's a good color. If you're in the right mood. A little spicy, but you get over after a few bites.
Okay. I forewarn you. You may want to look away from your screens.
Ooh.
Okay? I'm going to do a countdown because you're going to be blinded in 3, 2, 1. Ah! It's like the sun. Ah! Like this, like a store window or something. This would look really nice. It's very...
Yeah, I wonder what you usually use neon for.
It's very good. But it is so effing bright that it can't be used on in my set. It looks okay off, right? But on, it's just way too bright.
It looks like a light that's not turned on when it's off.
What are you going to do? It's too bright. So I'm definitely not going to have it on, okay?
Okay. Anything else, Jade? We got nothing else to do, but you seem to have his attention. Any other comments, Jade?
Okay. So, yeah. So we got
you could literally return it. Yeah, that's a good point.
That and this Metroid guy, this Lego Metroid, I've had since I was going to conventions back in the day as a YouTuber. I actually bought this at a convention. There was a vendor that built Lego
oh shit, my kick numbers.
Nintendo stuff. And they had everything, Mario, they had Zelda, and I liked the Metroid. So I bought the Metroid, and back then I put it in my background. If you look back in the day, back in my old videos, you'll see this in my old condo, like on the countertop. And then I just had it in storage for over, 12, 13 friggin' years. And I just popped it out and said, hey, I'll just toss it into the background for the month, right? So...
This is only $16, guys. He's not going to return that. What's the point? Come on, it's only $16. Hobby Lobby special there. And I know exactly the section he's talking about. Because Hobby Lobby has this, gamer section. And that's, I'm sure he is, happy as shit walking through there. I'm a gamer. Don't talk to me. I'm gaming. That kind of shit, It's like, no, this is all nonsense.
Yeah, and here, my animations is a combination of,
Blame it on the lag is from there, too. Yeah. Game over!
So, yeah. And here, my animations is a combination of, podcasting, gaming, happy birthday for my birthday month, and also spring-related stuff. Obviously, this is a reference to Jasper Kitty. Just some random stuff for, for the show for this month, for April, to spruce things up for spring, because now it's springtime, see?
Not for maybe a week.
So there you go.
Very happy, dude. Something like that, since the last front page. That front page, like no exaggeration, cost him thousands. Most people's front pages, it means a lot, right? You get a few, it's not a huge thing, but you get some new viewers for a minute, and you have a chance to win them as to be regular viewers. For Philip, that was a thousands of dollars loss, because we lost Iron Chef Sakai. What a world.
Why do I expect every Nintendo console to have innovation, but not Xbox or PlayStation? Because Xbox or PlayStation, that's not what they tout themselves on. They're already...
Nintendo touts themselves on that? Okay, I didn't hear that. They tout themselves on that. Makes sense.
Xbox or PlayStation? Because Xbox or PlayStation, that's not what they tout themselves on. They're already pushing the boundaries of technology with improved graphics, improved frame rates.
So they're not innovating.
The speed of their hard drives, control innovations with their controllers, like PlayStation 5 with the haptic feedback and everything. They're already pushing technology's boundaries in other ways.
So they don't have to worry about innovation.
They're not looking to innovate because they already are doing it in the ways that people would expect. Nintendo is always the console that their excuse that they don't do that is because they're innovating in other ways and they want to keep the price down. Now, they're not innovating in other ways and they're certainly not keeping the price down. So what's the reason to buy the Switch 2? First-party games. How many are there? One at launch, one a month later, and literally nothing else. So there is no incentive to buy the Switch 2. And that's the point I'm making. They've completely dropped the ball at this point.
Definitely. They've dropped the fucking ball. Good point. See, a legitimate question he had no answer for and said, no, they don't care about innovation. Okay. Good point. But he will definitely buy it. He's a content creator. We'll do band names before we leave today. We got a lot of fucking time left. This is a slow-moving show, isn't it? Damn.
Okay.
Sometimes they go slow, sometimes they go fast. This is a fucking slow one.
Sister's face is beautiful.
It's because we're stuck in the loop of hearing the same shit over and over.
I disagree. I think that Xbox is pushing for innovation. Okay. What Xbox
You
is
just said they don't care about innovation.
pushing for is availability of games to the masses for a budget price. They want
Okay, so let's just get to the arguments in order here. Availability of games at a budget price.
availability of games to the masses for a budget price. They want you to buy Game Pass Ultimate for, what is it, 20, 30 bucks a month? And they want you to get all these games as a library, and they don't want you to actually buy any games outright at all. That's literally what they're pushing. They're not even selling a console anymore. They're selling a service.
Yes.
They feel like their Game Pass service is the definitive service in gaming, and they want everyone to have it. That's a unique offering. That's a value proposition. You may not agree with it. You may not think it's good. You may not think it's a good value proposition, but that is they have a value proposition they're pushing. Get it?
Get it? But yeah, he said many times that that's bad, but now it's good because we have to felt Nintendo. Oh, it's tough to keep up with these takes. Big up Screen of the Green. It's going to be Rage Pig again. Made too much money. We'll see. We'll see. If contributions say like this, they will be Rage Piggy soon. Shiny Teeth said they don't have to innovate because they innovate. Like that Wiimote with the ping pong ball on it. Yeah. Big up Shiny Teeth.
Jade says, Call of Duty soon, please. I miss it. So this week, Jade, Call of Duty had an update.
Oh, God. Jade
just
is
came
getting... Notice how Jade gets all the attention? That's 3 comments from Jade.
Because it was getting tiresome and people were not showing up for the streams and not supporting them.
Give
okay?
money, Jade.
I wanted to give
Pretty
it a week
simple.
away. Now probably what will happen is some people will start craving it again. Maybe we'll bring it back sometime next week when there's new content. Okay?
Mike G says ALT Gargle on Nintendo Dick. I'm telling you, if I did not have kids, I would not buy it. I'm just telling you how I can see why other people would buy it. And I will end up buying it too. The prices are insane. I would never buy that by myself. Until the new Zelda came out and it looked amazing, then I would be happy to pay it. TBH.
What do I want for my birthday, says Hearts to Hearts?
Uh-oh.
Let's see. First thing I would like is a nice day where there's no drama and we just have chill fun. No pressure, just having a good time together. Number 2, I would obviously like to have a nice meal that my wife's going to make me that day. I'm not sure what she's going to make me yet, but
Don't you have a favorite food?
A fun thing, is to just be able to have delicious food that I don't have to order and pay for, but my wife makes it for me fresh. It's going to be pretty good. That's really it. That's all I really care about for my birthday. Let's have a chill day on that day and some delicious food. That's my present from my wife, and there you go. That's all I ask. I don't need anything crazy. I mean, if you guys want to throw me a few $1,000s that day too, I'm not going to complain.
Okay. It's not joking, though.
A small 3,000-4,000 of contributions that day, hitting all new records, completely topping any other day I've ever had before. I wouldn't mind. I mean, right now, if you look at my history, all right, I think the biggest tip I ever
going there.
received was $2,100, I think.
Kingdom Hearts fan. Kingdom Hearts fan is back. This is Kingdom Hearts fan. Yesterday he said this. Kingdom Hearts fan. Here we go.
All group of people come, and they like the game.
It's only 46, but I might pay like so.
On stream today, he said he's $1,600 in debt.
So now I only got like 1,800 debt, which is way better compared to
He's in $1,800 in debt. Just tipped $10 to DSP. Definitely not a cult though.
Something like that. An insane tip I got like 5+ years ago. It'd be great to have the biggest tip of all time. Or now this honestly I would like to do someday, although I don't know if I'll ever pull it off. On the day that I did the co-op react to the Review Tech documentary,
$1,800
I made around
$3,000
$3,000 on that day. All right? I would love to top that someday. Now, I don't know what content it would be, but I would love to top that to say, hey, look, I can make that level on my own. It's not just because I decided to have a co-op thing, or it wasn't them, it was me. So I would love to do that someday. Now, I don't know if that'll ever happen. Will I ever have a $3,000 day again that's just me making content? I don't know.
What the fuck?
That's a tall order, I feel, But I guess we'll have to see.
I would love to get a $3,000 day, guys. Just letting you know in case you didn't think so. What?
My hair's all screwed up again. It's a new season. My hair just wants to do whatever it wants right now. It doesn't want to stay nice and neat anymore. It just wants to pop up in weird directions. Okay.
Shaolin 13 says 3,000 to 4,000 seems like a good value proposition. What the fuck? Oh, Kino got 3,000 yesterday. Is that true?
Tip here. Someone says Nintendo handhelds were always dominant, even when their consoles were failing.
Yes.
I can't see a system that will have all of the major Nintendo games being a failure. The GameCube, the N64, and the Wii U all missed out on the most popular Nintendo games of their time. They did? What? N64? Their time. The GameCube, the N64, and the Wii U all missed out on the most popular Nintendo games of their time. They did? What? N64? I mean, you could argue Pokemon, but dude, N64 had every other title, so I don't know about that.
What does that mean?
Wii U, same thing. Wii U had everything. I won't be surprised if they have a summer direct that reveals more Nintendo games beyond the launch. That'd be fine. Because right now, like I said, right now they are basically deep diving into all the games coming out for Switch 2. And honestly, Mario Kart looks great, and Donkey Kong looks great.
Metroid,
and everything else is just fluff. Like, there's nothing else.
Metroid, that's one example. I don't think it missed out on a lot of... This person said plural. Yeah, they didn't have Metroid, but they had Pokemon.
Even talk about. It's just a waste of time. So, let's hope, seriously, that there is some great stuff right around the corner, and it's not another situation where you buy a Nintendo console and you play 2 games and then it sits and collects dust for 6 months, and then you play 1 game and then it collects dust for 4 months and then you play 1 game.
Okay.
That's awful. I don't want to buy a Switch 2 and be told, oh, you should be playing all the third-party games on it. No, I have a gaming PC.
Okay, so don't buy it then.
I'm going to be playing all third-party games on my high-end gaming PC to get the best performance. I don't need to play it on my Switch 2 and basically handicap my experience.
So you don't have to buy it then? It's an option. Okay.
Kingdom Hearts fan with a $10 super chat this morning. Thank you so much. He says, hi, bros. Awesome and funny stuff. Thank you.
Thank you.
Kingdom Hearts fan.
Good luck with that debt.
Our biggest super chat so far today.
Good luck paying that one off, brother, in 10 years. Brahma Noodle says, DSP talks about Business 101, but he only knows about Chapter 11. Oh, got him.
And that will get us up to $34 of support and climbing. Thank you.
Thank you. Keep it coming.
Guys, so far we've got 1 sub over on Kick. Let's see if we can get some more. We've got a couple super chats. We got some tips. How about a member? We have no memberships today.
Yeah,
Let's get our first membership. Either become a member or gift a member to your fellow viewer.
Yeah.
That'd be great. Then we have some support in every arena, right? Every aspect. That'd be great. Banana Jose says, would you consider a Zelda playthrough now that Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom are better performing? No, I already beat them both. There's no reason to go back.
Nah.
This is the sad fact, is that most of these modern games these days, you play through them once and you enjoy them, but that's it. Like, for example, I don't think I ever want to play Tears of the Kingdom or Breath of the Wild again.
Extremely dented.
I played them once. They're one and done for me.
Yep.
I just don't have any desire to go back. They don't feel like games that I want to repeat.
Remember, this is the person that says he doesn't play anything outside of stream time?
Maybe it's because they're just so long, too. Like, those games are incredibly long. Maybe that's what it is. It's like, I don't want to go back and spend another 40-plus hours playing that. But... if
you enjoyed your experience, you would want to replay it. The extra time would be a positive.
Hear that to back of it? I would love to replay Super Mario World, Final Fantasy VI, Zelda, Link to the Past.
Again, these are all games that we're looking at with nostalgia goggles on when we had endless time, and we would happily replay those multiple times because most people didn't have endless games, but we did have endless time. So it's very, very cool to think that these games were somewhat, miles ahead of the games that are coming out today, but that's nostalgia for you.
Games like that, I could replay over and over and over and never get tired. But these modern games, I just play them once and I'm like, all right, another one under my belt, on to the next. Yeah, I just don't want to replay them. And that's what I mean. You want $70, $80? Are you nuts? No, I don't want to do that.
Yes, definitely. Boner Sweatpants says, does he actually put these podcasts on Spotify? He doesn't, but I know someone else did for a time. I don't know if they still do, but they did for a while. I don't know if he does it, though. I mean, I know he doesn't, but I don't know if it's still going.
Izuna Drop says, is it because you actually want to phase out gaming and you don't enjoy games anymore for like 4 years?
Yes.
That's not true. I do enjoy games. Right now, of all the games I'm playing right now, let's talk about them. Suikoden. Love it. It's a classic game, but I love it. I'm having a great time with this remake that has the widescreen and better graphics and music and all of that.
Yes.
Pirate Yakuza. Are there parts of it that are frustrating? Yes. But
how long till he brings up support?
At the same time, it's a good formula. It's chill fun. It's interactive with you guys. I am enjoying Pirate Yakuza. Disco Elysium is such a weird game.
Good point, John.
I'm enjoying it just at curiosity value, like face value. Like, I don't even know if I'm really enjoying Disco Elysium. It's just so different from everything else I've ever played that I want to keep going and see where they're going with this bizarre game. Okay? Atomfall. Atomfall is all right.
Couldn't remember the games. Atomfall.
It's not bad, but it's not great. I like the graphics. I would argue of all the games I'm playing right now, Atomfall is kind of mid and like, nah, it's all right. I like going back to it. I'm not blown away by it or anything. By the way, I completely screwed up this leaderboard with Kingdom Hearts fan. Let me fix that.
Come on, man.
Call of Duty. Like, I like Call of Duty Black Ops 6. I'm not in love with it. It definitely has shortcomings, but I enjoy going back to it from time to time, and playing it on keyboard and mouse is a breath of fresh air because I haven't been able to do that for so long in gaming.
Sounds like you
and
love
I think
this,
you know
man.
my thoughts on Street Fighter 6. So, there's some games that I have kind of a love-hate relationship with, but I'm enjoying. In general, I am enjoying certain games I'm playing. I really like the indie games that we've played recently. Games like Kiosk or Killer Frequency or mouth washing, these things that are kind of little indie experiences that are digestible and you beat them in a few streams. They've actually been quite fun. And I think that's the one thing that I've really been missing out on for a very long time is I never had access to that. So because of that, I would only just play the mainstream AAA games. And let's be honest, Assassin's Creed Shadows is literally one of the worst games in a long time and probably the worst Assassin's Creed game. So, yeah, in that regard...
Worst Assassin's Creed game that ever came out? That's what we're going with now?
If I was just playing AAA games, I probably would feel really burnt out and disappointed right now. But I'm happy I'm not. I'm happy that I branched out and I'm playing other things and doing different things because it's allowing me to not be bored with gaming at a time when otherwise
he did not say who
gaming
it was.
has been pretty boring from these AAA studios, to be quite frank. They have lost their way, and I do feel like they need to kind of pick stuff up, and I'm hoping that we will get better games later in the year. Right now, it is kind of a lull. I don't really know what, you look at the release schedule right now.
Oh, God, we're getting past the
Coming
schedule.
up, we've got South of Midnight, Next City of the Last Parable, 3 Wages, and Lofting it all. Crazy. Basics, we need something to reinvigorate mainstream AAA gaming. We haven't had anything great in a long time, right?
All right, so blaming the games once again for why we don't like games. Makes sense. Definitely true. Good point there by John, who said, Kat got Burger King for her birthday, while Philip will get Kat's cooking for his birthday. Make it make sense. Harleywood says his wife cooking is her gift to him. Yep, that's it. Who needs anything else? I mean, that's a good thing, but that's like, not really a present. If she cooks regularly for him, which might not be true, I
Kuma
guess.
says gaming is still amazing as it was in the 90s. If you leave out AAA space and focus on everything else, it's great, if not better.
Yes.
Well, that's the difference. Then it's not like the 90s. In the 90s, there was nothing else. It was just AAA was the focus, and the AAA games blew you away.
That's not true. There was less choices.
Right?
Each game got way more time. You gave each game it got endless time to show you its good parts. To win you over. Because that was it, man. And there was plenty of games that weren't AAA.
Now it's like there's a zillion games coming out every day, but 99% of them are bad. So it's like you have to find the hidden gems among the giant pile of crap. It's frustrating. Where am I going to buy my Switch 2 from? It depends. I did sign up for the advanced program with Nintendo, and next week they're supposed to message me and tell me if I qualify. I don't know why I wouldn't, because it's supposed to be 50 hours played and a year of Nintendo Online. I've had
And it's funny we're pretending like there wasn't a fuck ton of bad games on Nintendo Entertainment System and Super Nintendo. The like number of hits in terms of like games released to how many hits there are is probably, it's never been higher probably than it is today, right? Back then, the number of hits compared to how many games came out, it's insanely low. You know? I remember getting like Dick Tracy on the Nintendo Entertainment System, and like, I know it's shit, but like, all right, I gotta play it. It's a fucking game. I'm playing it. And I never could get past like the first clue. Like, all right, I'll try it. I'll fire it up.
Because it's supposed to
just drive it around.
be 50 hours played. And
I wasn't born yet at the time, but I was thinking about it in my mind.
a year of Nintendo Online. I've had Nintendo Online for endless, like 3-4 years. And I've definitely played 50 hours on the console. So I can't imagine them being like, oh, you don't qualify. But we don't know what the offer is going to be.
Great game. Had that cart.
I signed up for...
Back in the... I don't think it was mine, though. I think it was my friend's. I don't think... And I wonder if I still have it at my house, actually, because it's expensive now, isn't it? Oh, it is. Look at that.
The Switch 2
I'll
and
search my
Mario
house.
Kart bundle. So
Just the
hopefully I
card,
get the
though,
offer
no
and I can
box.
buy it direct from Nintendo, and I completely skip on all
Ooh,
the
it's
bullshit
expensive now. I'll see if I have it.
You know, the retailers and all that crap.
I might.
If I don't get message, I'm going to have to try to pre-order it somewhere else. And then, you know, it's a matter of on April 9th, which is next week, next Tuesday, going everywhere. Go to Target, Walmart, Best Buy, Amazon, everywhere. You know, where can I get in? Where can I get my foot in the door and try to get this thing? Figure it out.
Next time I go back home, I'll check it. See if I have it. No, it's only like 200. It's not a lot, but I still got a few carts. I got a few Japanese carts here in my house here because I took them from Japan. Ones I wanted to keep.
Oh, man.
Oh,
No,
man.
I do believe that
Ooh.
there at this point with graphics, we're kind of hitting a wall. A lot of the games that I'm playing now on my gaming PC, which are 4K, 60 frames, ray tracing on all this crazy shit, they look good, but they all, you know, it's not like, oh, this one's blowing me away. Because it definitely used to be like that. It used to be like, wow, this one game just looks so good compared to all of its contemporaries. And then everyone would try to play catch up to look like that game. I don't feel like that's happening anymore. I feel like every game kind of looks the same now. They all look good. So, you know, I think maybe we've got to the boundary of the limits of what graphics can do, unless someone finds something else to innovate. We may have been hitting that wall, right? That ceiling.
We have hit the ceiling.
Lixification says, I'm
No more innovation, boys.
actually liking AC Shadows, but I've never played an Assassin's Creed game before.
Oh.
It's not a bad game, but then again, I can't really compare it to others. Well, if you've never played an Assassin's Creed before, if you have no frame of reference to compare to previous games, and let's be honest, if you like a lot of repetition and time-wasting style gameplay and you consider that value added, you'll probably love Assassin's Creed Shadow.
What a take. If you like boring stuff, you'll love this.
But, you know, I've played them all. I've seen better. They've already had people criticize them to stop making these bloat games and stick to more streamlined, better gameplay elements, and they're not doing that. They just keep making bloated games, and it's not working anymore.
Some good band names here. Bunny out, DM leaks in. Pretty good. Tyrone Burnell reel. Meaningful content consumer.
Oh my goodness. Oh, sorry guys. What's up, Don Doko? Things are going well this morning. Thanks for asking.
Don Doko.
Good to see you over on
What do you say?
What's up, Don Doko?
Hey,
Things are going well
let's
this morning. Thanks for
go.
asking.
Come on, we earned this. What's up, Don Doko? Hey! We earned this. What a week, huh? It's time to party. And the best way to party is with all the bros in the temple, the shrine of the silver monkey. Get in there. Come on, Jimmy. Hit him with it. You love this. Captain Alex. We're missing one more person, though. And here he is. Your star of Smart Guys, Ethan, Ralph. Oh, you missed the sounds now? Perfect. All right, big ups, everybody. We got to the temple. We are in the temple. We are real.
Step on me.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, you guys like the sounds now? God damn it. You missed the laughing. I don't know what's exactly made the laughing is the problem. But anyway, all right, sounds were better. All right, I'll bring back the sounds. God damn it.
Good to see you over on
Can't please you guys.
Kick. Hope everyone's having a good chill morning with me. We got a few more minutes of the show, and then we're going to swap over to Pirate Yakuza, which will be a nice, relaxing, interactive stream.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God, Invisible Mute. Best idea I've ever had. Best idea I've ever had. I got to get the bell going first. Yes, great idea. I will fix that. That will be fixed by next week. I promise you. Big ups, King Jad. You're a legend. For the raid. Let's get ourselves our second Rambo of the day. Come on. All right, I get you. I get Lugo.
Let's get that momentum going. Let's hit a third of the goal by the time the podcast ends. Let's get to $50 raised. And right now we're what, at like 20 something? Let's get to 50. All right. And once we get to 50, that'll be a good head start.
Then what?
For the rest of the stream.
Oh.
What are we at?
Uh-oh, Philip.
34. Wow, we're more than I thought. We're at 34. Let's get to 50. There's only 16 more to go. Who's going to do it? Three subs over on Kick. 5 subs on YouTube or members on YouTube or a super chat or let's just hit that 50 right now.
Yeah, what's the difference? Let's just hit it right now. Caboodle can't find the Rambos.
Donkey Kong will be game of the year? I don't know.
Ooh.
No idea. Can't say nothing yet. Got to wait for these games to come out and play them and then see. Hopefully it's good and it's innovative and it's fun. Nintendo's good at innovation. We haven't had an actual genuine new Donkey Kong game in over a decade. The last one was Tropical Freeze from the early days of the Wii U. So it'll be good to have Donkey Kong back, right, into the swing of things. Let's see how it goes.
Pun intended there. I doubt it, actually. What is the Temple Origin? Well, the Temple Origin was a stupid joke, real quick, where we always said that Jade and Game Boy always got shout-outs. So I made a stupid, Temple piece thing where it would be one piece and then the second piece. And then we started talking about Legend of the Hidden Temple at some point. And then it kept going and going. And now we get every 4 what's-ups, we get to the Olmecs Temple. Now it's this whole thing. Now, the summer, we'll talk. At the summer, we're going to keep the temple, okay? I know if I take away the temple, there will be literal riots in the streets. So we're going to keep the temple. But I want to change up how it goes. I want to change it up a little bit to make it even more hype, all right? But do it. Do not worry. Big Us Very Happy Dude says, doing God's work, LT. No, I'm not, but very happy dude, but I'll take the compliment. No F for me. I paused it. The summer of selling out is not true. That's not true. We're going to keep the temple. Don't worry. Yes, we did achieve the temple.
What's happening in Pirate Yakuza? Last few streams, we went on a departure. Instead of doing main story, a whole side content story opened up where you're trying to take down these devil flag pirates. And so this is...
I'm down. It's not me. It's YouTube. I'll show you again. This is a new one.
Where you're going through the open seas, going to islands and taking over treasure and fighting them and then doing the naval battles. What's hilarious is the naval battles are legitimately great. They're just as good, if not better, than Assassin's Creed naval battles from the past. And it's well done and streamlined and fun. The graphics are great. But we beat it all. We did it all. It was 5 hours. And we did the entire pirate plot line. So now today, we're basically going back to Honolulu, which is the main area of the game where you do the wandering through the city. And we're going to try to do more recruitment, more missions, because there's side missions there, and advance the story. I want to do a little bit of everything today. So we're going to get the story kind of be pushed into the home stretch. I feel like I'm more than halfway through the game. Now we just need to get into the home stretch of the story. So we'll see how that goes.
It's not me.
Really?
It is not me.
Ed Rogers says Summer Game Fest will be June 6th, only a day after Switch 2 releases. That's cool.
This was a oddly uneventful one, but it doesn't feel like the worst one. I think we had fun chilling today.
Why is Geek having problems? Is it? Is Geek having problems right now?
Doesn't seem like it.
See.
Kick, anyone want to gift a sub to see if it's back?
Kick is having problems. I just hit refresh and the page is very slow to refresh. Wow.
Wow.
It's really slow to refresh.
No, I do 1080.
Oh, God.
1080 30. For this kind of shit, it's fine.
Damn. It took that whole time and it just finally loaded my dashboard.
Oh, my God. Yeah. Uh-oh.
Yeah, well, hopefully it fixes itself. It did yesterday because the same thing was happening yesterday, and then it ended up fixing itself. So sorry about that, Kick viewers. I don't know what's going on over there today. Hopefully they get their stuff in line. DragonCast says it's taking 10 plus seconds to send a single message in chat. Dang.
Maybe it's the internet at large,
I
guys.
wonder what the hell, what's going on over there? It's 2 days in a row. They had the same problem yesterday, right?
Want
Right
to
in the
drop
middle of the
it?
stream out of nowhere happened? Well, I don't know. Hopefully it doesn't mean that their stake funding has run out and now they can't run the servers anymore.
All right.
Audio and video is desyncing, I'm being told. Jeez, every problem. Well,
No, that's not
YouTube
true.
side is good, right, everybody?
I don't think that's true. I think that is a LARPer. But good job, LARPer.
Don's Doom, remember, the night stream is smart, guys. It's not on DSP Gaming. It's over on DSP Reacts, my wrestling commentary show. Good wrestling week. A lot to talk about in the commentary this week.
Oh,
So it
he
should
is
be a
on
good
front
one.
page now, though.
Jade's ready to see Goro again. Me too.
We are on front page again. Fix it here. 113
Astro says
viewers.
YouTube's better anyway. Well, I can't really dispute that, Astro. Today we got a bunch of super chats, but only one membership, or excuse me, one sub on Kick. YouTube's definitely winning out today. So those Kick viewers should step up and see if they can, do some more subs because you guys are being dominated right now by the YouTube viewers. It's pretty embarrassing, actually.
Trying to pit them against each other. Masterful gambit, sir. Nice begging tactic.
I just explained this is a Lego Metroid from Metroid. That's what that is.
A few more names here. Can Derek come back now? Many eyes of the Snort Fort. Leanna's peaches are juicy. Cat's Ozempic supply low. No friends, no family real. I'm Sofa, King, we, Todd, Ed. Why did you ban me, Andy? Legacy beggar, man-child real. Fat wife, boring life real. Wife ate my pet, sad. Entitled streamer fan. Rotted ant. Rotted ant. Unsold condo. Oh, God. It's not cancer. She's just fat.
If you guys are enjoying the stream,
Oh, man. Okay. Suffering overdue. Okay, that's it. Oh, God. Jeez. Yeesh. Rotted ant, unsold condo. Oh, God. Jesus.
it's time to sail the seven seas. Indeed, it is.
Jesus.
Indeed. No Jasper today, Jade. In fact, my wife has worked several days in a row, which is why Jasper was on this stream for the podcast like 3-4 days in a row. But now my wife will be home for the rest of the weekend through my birthday. So no Jasper for a few days. He'll return early next week on the streams.
Oh, yeah, good point,
How do you
Adrian.
like the choreographed frog dancing? You like that?
Hey, guys! The left side of the audience is kicking your guys' asses. You gonna take that right side? Let's go! Except in this case, the audience throws money on the stage.
The reason that I have frogs on the screen is because it's spring, and in the spring, there's a stream behind our house.
Oh, my God. Hold on.
No, how do you like the choreographed frog dancing? You like that? The reason that I have frogs on the screen is because it's spring, and in the spring, there's a stream behind our house, and we get ridiculous amounts of frogs. And at night, you can hear them doing these ribbit serenades. You can hear ribbit, 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 ribbit.
Are they
It's really
dancing?
cool. So that's why I have the frogs on the screen. It's a springtime frog serenades.
Are they dancing? Tony T says donates for the Doom reference. Sofa King. Big ups, Tony T. Do they do the synchronized dancing, or is that just okay?
Never seen the frogs though. They're very elusive. You go back there to try to find them, you never see them. You hear them clearly, but you can't see them. So they must be like right under the water, you know, in little secret areas. They want to hide out.
Oh, they're so elusive.
Any big weekend plans? Well, Saturday.
What are you going out there? Come on, honey. Let's try to find these frogs. Huh? Where are they?
Okay.
Elusive frogs reel. Please, someone do elusive frogs reel, please.
It's my day off to run errands. So I'll be, you know, driving around doing stuff that I need to do, grocery shopping. But I am going to the liquor store to get liquor for Sunday's marathon. Like I said, I'm going to get some moonshine and maybe some other things. We'll see. And then Sunday is my birthday. So the big birthday marathon all day long should be great.
Elusive frog where? Elusive frogs hidden. These are all good.
I don't know anything about moonshine. I just know at the liquor store I've seen the section and they have tons of kinds, like a big area of different flavors and kinds. I'll have to see what they got. I've never had it before. I would assume like everything, there's variety. There'll probably be some stronger ones, some weaker ones, you know, like unique flavors, fruity flavors. You know, I'll have to see what they got.
Nailed it. Yep. Here, let's go to the.
Am I worried for my liver drinking so much?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, why are you worried
What do you mean
about
drinking so much?
Good question.
The last marathon was a month ago. You realize that, right?
That's the last time you drank?
Early, March. We did the 5 Nights at Freddy's marathon. No, I'm not too worried.
That's the last time you drank? Right. Definitely true.
Get Old Smoky Mountain Moonshine. Old Smoky, is that a real one?
All right, so here is the moonshine selections from Total Wine. Okay, so let me see.
What the hell is that emote? What is that? Giga Chad. Oh my god, that's weird.
Giga Chad. Weird. All right, so here's the moonshine selections. I know you can't see them all, but pretend you can. There you go. Which one do you think he's going to choose? Old Smoky Moonshine, Banana Pudding, Pineapples with Pina Colada. Looks like all they have is Old Smoky, though. Oh, here we go. Old Smoky Moonshine Blackberry. He's probably going to be dented and get the can style because it looks more authentic. You know? Appalachian Moonshine Apple Pie. He's going to get one of these stupid ones because that's like he thinks it's funny, you know? Look at this one, guys. You're never going to guess. They have Old Smoky 10 Moonshine Pickles, right? Got to try that one. You know. Summer vibes,
Can I drink
pina
pure
colada.
ethanol for my birthday? Well, I could, but then that would be my final birthday. And I would like to proceed to have birthdays every year rather than that just being my last one. I'd like to have more than just the one. That would be good. I do realize that I'm now over the hill. I'm in the second half of my life. I've lived more than I'm going to live. It's kind of sad to think about. But at the same time, I would like to have many more birthdays with my wife, with you. It would be very nice. So let's try to make that happen, shall we? Let's try not to prematurely end things here. 90s. People live till their 90s. Do I look like a 4 foot tall, like Chinese Asian, woman? Those people you always say, oh, they live to 115. You see them. It's like a tiny Asian person who probably has eaten nothing but rice their whole life. And it's like, that they live because it's like a crazy fringe situation.
That's
us
not
people who've
true.
been eating crap processed foods, I grew up in a smoke environment with my mother smoking all the time. Yeah, I've drank. I've done these things. My body will not survive till I'm 115. I'll probably live till like 70, maybe. I guess we'll see. It'd be nice.
70 maybe. Smoke environment. When he was in elementary school, smoke environment.
No, I'm not going to smoke a doobie on stream. I told you guys, I'm not into that shit. A lot of people seem to want to get me into it over the years. I'm not into that stuff, nor do I want to be.
Just alcohol. My drug of choice. Alk. Come on. Croak and Dagger reel. There we go. I'm down. That's a good one.
What's one audacious goal I want to reach this year? I already said I want to have a day where during that day, I actually am more profitable than the day last year when I did the Review Tech React collab. Because that, by far, that collab day was my most profitable day of 2024. I want to top that this year. But do it for myself. Not say, you're profitable that day because you had a collab. No, I want to do it for myself. I want to top that. I think I made around $3,000 that day because I think it was like in tips that day alone I made over 1,000, and on YouTube I made like almost 2,000 because of super chats and memberships. So I totally want to top that, but I don't know how. I don't know what kind of content would top that, but I want to beat that. I want to be able to do that for myself and say I was as successful, if not more successful, without needing someone else to push me over the edge, that I did it myself. You see?
Wow, okay. What a goal. Purely monetary. Completely monetary.
Will it happen? I don't know. When would it happen? This Sunday on my birthday bash. Yeah, right. No, it's not. Again, I doubt it's ever going to happen. I would have to pull out all the stops. It would have to be like a stream where I do a bunch of firsts. So I shave my beard like I said I would.
So stunts. So stunts then, huh?
Weed or something. Like I'd have to do like 10 stunts to ever hit anything like that, I feel.
Interesting you say stunts. Something that you said Mr. Beast, that's the only reason Mr. Beast got popular because of his stunts. And you said that was a bad thing to do?
And I don't know, I'm not a guy who likes to do stunts and shit on stream. I don't want to do that. But
you will do it for money, though, just to be clear.
John did a $2 super chat. Does Kick have any point when YouTube exists? Well, I do feel like Kick number one, all right, the chat's a little bit better than YouTube chat. It's easier to talk in there. And use fun motion emotes and things like that. Quite frankly, outside of that, it's good to have an audience that I'm building in another platform, and I am. If you overall, okay,
big up.
If you look at my viewership, my overall viewership has gone up on Kick. When I started on Kick, I was only getting maybe 40, 50 viewers a stream, and now, depending on what I'm doing, I usually bring in anywhere from, say, 55, 60 up to 80, 90 viewers a stream, which is why I actually qualified for the verification over there on Kick. So I am increasing in my viewership, and I feel like if I stick to it, I will overall time get more and more over there. I do feel that way. It's going to be sticking with it and building that audience that expects the kind of content that I put out, because it's not common on Kick.
Red Rooster says the shouty beard should go for his own sake. Too bad LTG didn't tell him to shave it. The problem is I think he loses all chin shape without that. Without that, there's no chin, I think. So I think he has to keep something there.
Astro says YouTube's been since day one, Kick's a trend. Yeah, but it's good.
Rooster.
Here's the thing. It is good to try new things, to delve into new realms, to experiment. If you just stay in one spot and you do the same thing day in, day out, and you don't try to innovate and you don't listen to feedback, you get stagnant. I know because I've been there. I've been stagnant doing certain things for a while, and it wasn't until I started listening to the audience. Hey, try this game. Do a special event here. Go to a different place and try this here. Then things have picked up and got more interesting, for sure.
Definitely. All right, now we kind of running late here. Can we wrap it up? Now we have nothing now.
No, we actually gave out all those badges yesterday. That it's a me Ken. He earned a whole ton of them, and we gave out 5 of them. I think, yeah, 5 of them. We gave out all 5, so we're all good there.
Anything else?
All right, guys, let's end the show. And then take a brief break, set up. Time for some Pirate Yakuza. It sucks. I wanted to hit the 50. All right, now.
Okay.
Let's hit 50. Let's just
This is the kind of positive content he's trying to prove to the internet that you can make money with. Here we go. Here's an example.
Wanted to hit the 50. All right, right now, let's hit 50. Let's just do it right now, and then we'll end the show. All right? Because I want to end the show. I want to get ready for Pirate Yakuza to chill with you guys. Let's do it. Right at $14. 3 subs. 1 super chat. 1 tip. Let's hit it right now. Let's do it, and then we can have good momentum. We're a third of the way to the goal. We only have to worry about the final 2/3 for the stream. Let's hit it. Come on, who's going to do it? I know someone's going to do it. It's just a matter of who's going to be up on that leaderboard right now, getting us to $50. All right? How do I feel about Switch 2 having only 3 hours of battery life on big games? I mean, that's one of the concerns that people know.
Piano is just saying one of the frogs equals 1 support.
Again, no one's talking about.
Yeah,
is that
one.
we want better quality graphics, resolution, better games. Yeah, but it's a portable system. So realistically, how well is it really going to run? It's probably going to run out within just a few hours. You're going to have that thing plugged in which case, is it really portable? No.
One support unit. Oh, 3 support units. Thanks, everybody, for the support units. All right. Well, we're just waiting for money now. That's the stream. Oh, thanks so much for support.
It's about the same
units.
battery life as Steam Deck.
Shoot.
So I don't care. I don't know about Steam Deck. But again, same thing. I don't really understand the desire for portability with games that are running at high resolutions. I don't get it at all. Like, why do you even desire that? Why, if you're going to play a high-end game with great graphics and everything, you want to sit down, be in a comfortable situation, have the good controls in front of you, have a good sound system, whether it's surround sound, headphones, or something around. You just want to sit there and enjoy it, right? Why do you want a portable experience? I don't even understand that.
Most people on this earth have to go places.
For me, like, I would want more digestible, easy to play portable experiences because you know you're in an environment where you can't really be immersed. You're surrounded by people. There's things going on, you know.
Yep.
I don't get that.
Yep. If you never go anywhere, you don't need those features, huh?
All right. I want to end the show. So guys, let's give it a wrap.
Let's give it a wrap.
Here's the deal.
Let's give it a wrap.
Great day yesterday. Hoping for a nice chill day today. A lot of fun. Thanks for watching the Level 1 podcast. Tomorrow is my final consecutive streaming day of the week.
All right, guys, we're going to give it a
wrap. So when I come back tomorrow, we'll talk about any other news for Switch 2, whatever happened today.
No, I don't like rap music. I say, do you want to give it a wrap?
We're going to talk about hyping up my birthday. So, thank you guys so very much.
No.
And
I don't want to eat a wrap. I want to give it a wrap.
Tomorrow.
The show. What about Iraq?
Well, officially, I am ending the podcast, but as I was doing that, contributions came in here.
Would you want to do a mini?
So let me,
mini goal?
Hold on. Yeah. There you go. Thank you, Super Ramen Bento Box, for our biggest tip of the day so far, $14. I have become a fan of bento boxes recently. I like the fact that you get a good variety of food in a bento box.
Begging works, by the way.
So,
just beg. It works. It's very positive, too.
Usually it's like a California roll, some kind of teriyaki, and then you get
Godzilla rolls, spicy volcano rolls, the ninja sushi roll.
Like a gyoza, and then sometimes you can get like rice or another side, like a salad or something. It depends on the bento. But I really do like bento boxes now. $20. Let's get that up on the leaderboard. So much. So John says, do you ever do any polls or do you do ladies' nights? Well, polls we do from time to time when I need feedback on something. Yeah, I've done those, occasionally. Usually, I do a poll during a marathon if we have like a variety of stuff to do. Like maybe on the birthday marathon, I say, do you want to see me play Schedule 1, Minecraft, or do the Minecraft Lego first? And we do a poll and people will vote. There you go. Ladies' nights, here's the thing. Number one, I don't think I have many ladies who watch me, just being honest. I think it's maybe 2% of my viewing audience. So it'd be pretty tough to be doing a ladies' night when there's no ladies. That's number one. Number two, wouldn't that be incredibly insensitive to do a ladies' night? Because in the modern days, everyone's supposed to be equal. So if I do just ladies' night, that's very prejudicial. Can't be doing that or I'll get canceled on the internet, right?
Prejudicial. It's a fun thing to do? Okay. Yeah.
Let's get set up.
Good point.
Yeah. So, let me get all the lights off.
All right, we're way behind. Here we go. Going live now.
Hawaii.
I don't know how that happened on such a morning show, but we got way behind. Live, go!
And this is their culture. It's so odd.
Whoa, hold on.
Ichigo-chan. Right?
What's their culture?
I guess we'll do it, right? We'll do the side quest or whatever. All right.
Yeah.
I think we hit the goal. We got a $50 super chat. What does it say? I think I can see it. Love watching your streams. You're a cool guy and a funny person. Hope everyone has a good day today. And good luck on your goal. And Jasper's a very beautiful fur baby. Oh, God. Weird. What the fuck is that? It's like so weird. You know what I mean? Hey, Kingdom Hearts fan. Exactly, my bro. Cats are great. Looks weird. I think and I'm not saying that this is just put a huge Theo theory asterisk on this, but I think if there is a Discord or whatever, that Philip really is pushing them to like donate now because we want to make sure we're successful and pushing this positive thing, because he's been pushing that for a few days now. This, I want to prove that I can be successful with positive content. And we're kind of getting these more weirdo things coming out. You know what I mean? So I don't know if it's a concerted effort or something, but I don't know. It's very weird.
Yeah, man, let's roll. I have to say I feel a little excited.
I want to see what he's talking about there, though, before we get out of here.
Usually green can, even closer to Ichigo-chan.
Philip, we got to do a quick pull, or Ichigo-chan is waiting?
All right. Hello, everyone. Thank you all so much for joining me on our amazing idol tour. I'm Ichigo Todo, leader of the Sun Fruit Girls. You all know Ichigo means strawberry, which means I'm sugar sweet.
There
so
you
good
go.
for you. I hope you're ready because we're going to have the best day together.
Woo,
Look at all these dumb sims. Can you imagine? I mean,
Let's
this is a real
go!
culture. You guys understand this, right? Like, this isn't
Yes,
like
there is.
imaginary. In Japan, they have culture like this.
Yes.
Obviously, this girl is just there to make money. She's not really going to be friendly
Yes. Similar to many other professions, but go ahead.
with these guys. She's not going to have a personal relationship with any of them. They shelled out insane amounts of money to go on a tour where she's just going to, like, be talking on a mic or whatever. Like, how bizarre. And this is their culture. It's so odd.
How's this their culture? Okay.
Ichigo-chan, you're the cutest girl in the world. Let me love you. Damn, that's one hell of a reaction. Must be electrifying for the fans to get up close like this. Right, Gusa. Look at this. He's hyperventilating.
Hey, now.
Hey, now.
Gusan, you still
Did he
with
say
me?
hey now?
Ventilating.
Hey, now.
Yeah, hey now.
Gusan, you still with me? Yes, barely. Oh, man. I almost joined that heavenly concert in the sky just now. I told you about the cuteness overload. That's how it starts. Whatever, just keep it together, okay? All right, everyone. Off we go on our dazzling Honolulu adventure.
Yeah!
Oh, my God.
Now, here's the thing. Like, it's like going to your favorite band's concert. Yeah, but there is some, like, small places. I've never been to them. I've just seen them. But there is some, like, small places where it does get weird when there's like an audience of 10, but they're still dancing like they're at a big concert. It's
To me, our
kind of
status
weird.
is the same for today, at least. I'm
Anyways,
Suzuki.
that'll do it today. PWR is streaming. Let's see. We'll try. I could, like, the time of it is so bad for me to call in because, like, I just finished the stream here, so I'm not going to sit in a PWR stream, you know? But if he's streaming now, I'll give it a shot. Yeah, Underground Idols. Yeah, the Underground Idols is a weird scene. When I say weird, I mean, it's just like, it's a small fucking place, but they're doing, like, real concerts, but there's, like, 10 people there, and sometimes even less or more. But it's like a different thing. It's like a whole grind. Those girls got to work fucking hard, too. Like, legitimately, they are working for their money. Terrace Gaming says, I think there is a secret Discord going on. That Gamer Chris guy's channel is a bunch of Kingdom Hearts playthroughs. Wouldn't be surprised if him, Kingdom Hearts fan, and the other KDH guy all are in it. Interesting. What is Philip saying here? Hold on.
And I don't... Hey, what is... Likewise. Oh, I'm a lawyer. Never would have guessed. Likewise, all the money I make goes to Ichigo-chan, of course. You see what I mean? Like, what is happening here?
Like,
This is a literal real culture.
where does all your money go, Philip?
Idol fandom in Japan is like this.
Where does all your money go,
I don't
Philip?
understand it. Like, okay, in the United States, there's definitely idols and fandom. But, for example,
Yes.
think about the Kardashians, right? The reason the Kardashians are rich is because they had a TV show, and then that let them brand out into other products that people buy. There's no one who's like literally following the Kardashians around in real life, tossing money at them. You know what I'm saying? Spending.
They absolutely make appearances, and those guys that this idol's appearance, they don't throw money at them. They pay a ticket to watch her be there. So absolutely, they do the same fucking thing. She makes appearances, and people pay whatever it takes to be at that appearance.
Around in real life, tossing money at them.
Those guys on these fucking buses, you cannot toss money at them. You cannot.
You know what I'm saying? Spending all of their time on that. There are obsessed fans, but this is like they've actually commercialized obsessed fandom in Japan and almost made it feel more mainstream and acceptable. Like in the United States, there are people like this, but
yes, there are thousands of them that give money to people they'll never be able to date, but one day kind of wish they could, or they just simp for them very hard. How about OnlyFans? Even though that's online, this is just like a live OnlyFans where there's not even nudity involved.
They're like on the fringe. They're like not accepted. They're the weirdos.
What?
There are people like this, but they're like on the fringe. They're like not accepted. They're the weirdos of society. In Japan, this is a thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is an actual obsessive thing, and it's okay.
No idea what
Like,
he's
oh,
talking
that's
about.
fine. Like, I don't think it's fine.
No, people still make fun of people that simp out for these girls. It's just a fact, and they're seen as weirdos. We got to get you on this and ask about this, because she, again, would agree that these guys that spend all the money on idols are weird. It's just a thing. Some people like that part of things, and they pay for it, and that's their thing. But chicks don't walk around saying, oh, yeah, my husband, he just simps out for these chicks, and he gives thousands for it. It's cool, though. That's not how it works. It's still a fringe thing that people think is nerdy.
I mean, maybe, again, I don't live in the culture. It just seems, as an outsider, it just seems so bizarre to me. You know what I mean? Like, these guys could be spending time having real-life, meaningful relationships with other people. They could actually be having, getting married, having families, but instead, they're spending all their time and money obsessing and following someone.
They're going to a concert. It just happens to be in a bus in this situation, which I know they do. But
it's just there to make the paycheck, to suck that money.
They sing songs, and you get to talk to them. I know it sounds silly, but that's the product. People pay that for that shit all over the fucking world. Meetups, ever heard of them? At conventions, what are you paying for?
And pay to a corporation, because really the whole idol industry is corporate in Japan. The management, the training, even the music is not real. It's all manufactured and then slapped on.
Manufactured just as much as Backstreet Boys music it was. Manufactured as much as, I don't know, who's like, maybe a more modern reference. New Direction is. Corporations pay money to songwriters, and then they make songs that they know are going to go big.
On a group. So
One Direction, not New Direction. Thank you.
I just don't get it. But I guess if you grow up in that culture and it's part of life there, then maybe it just seems a lot more normal. To me, it just seems bizarre, doesn't it? Like, I don't know, man. All right, let's continue.
People never simped out for things like the Beatles, Repsy. Please, do not even bring them up. People never simp for them. I paid money to meet and greet, signed photo with Doc hologram from Star Trek Voyager. There you go. Yeah, you are the simp. This is culture. Red Rooster says he's pre-ordering it. Pre-ordering the Switch, right? He talked about it, I guess. Faradox says, why not? It worked for him in Chaos Realm DMs. Yeah, definitely. Anyways, I can't handle this anymore. Let's see if he's done or not.
Here with our best girl yet, but we'll change that. Starting today, you're one of us, a proud Ichigo stan.
Hell yeah!
Was it? Blucher says that was a Yakuza 0 reference. I don't remember that.
Yeah, he doesn't remember any references. Anyways, that'll be it today, my friends. Big ups, very meaningful week on WPIG this week. Thanks, everybody, for chilling and hanging and having some fun. I'll be on the tractor beam tonight. Remember, no pre-stream tomorrow. That being said, it'll be Saturday, and then we'll see you again on Monday for another pre-stream. You guys are all fucking legends. Lots of fun. See you next time. Bye.
do 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 do